off and rolling. Here on a Thursday, April 9th, we are busting at the seams with conversation as we just went to break and just continued to talk about Denver sports up until we just cracked our mics right now. What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on, man? It's Thursday. We're almost to Friday, then Friday to Saturday, Z, and the party don't stop till 6 in the morning. Man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. You can reach out and touch the weekend from here. Really fired up about our show today. Got a lot going on. You doing okay?
I'm great, man. You know, I was thinking about something with you before we start. What in the world are you going to do about your lawn with all these water restrictions going on?
I'm having the same conversations with my wife. I'm not sure. I mean, because they can measure it. They can see what you're doing, right?
They're spying on us now.
So we are getting spied on, like
literally,
pretty much like with everything that we do.
I'm afraid to take a shower at night.
It's going to be interesting. I'm just going to navigate it just like anybody else. I'm trying not to think about it too much. I do have my sprinkler activation coming here within the next 3 weeks.
Yes, yeah.
So
middle of April, end of April. That's when they say to turn those water sprinklers on, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But I was just asking because I know you love your lawn. I know Stink loves his lawn, and Stink's lawn's gonna look ugly this year. And I'm going to be doing the exact same thing, man, trying to figure out how I'm going to keep this grass green. Maybe I'll paint it green. There we go. There we go.
I know someone who does that.
Oh, for real?
I do.
Oh.
I do. My guy, he's like our Colorado grandfather, Bearcat Jim. He's got a baseball. He lives out in the country. He's got a baseball field. And it's so dry out there. He's not going to water that whole massive patch of land. So he comes in and paints it, and it looks like a baseball field.
Well, I might have to go ahead and paint my grass.
Maybe so. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Thanks for being here. I said going into the last break that Frozen was in theaters the last time the Nuggets were this hot.
Let it go, let it go.
I mean, it's been 13 years.
That's crazy, man. It's been that long with Frozen, too, by the way.
Isn't that nuts?
The other day.
It's still in rotation in my house, too. I love Frozen. I absolutely love Frozen. And I'm going to say this, too. Zootopia 2, absolute banger.
It is.
Absolute banger.
Well, they got Mario Bros. Is coming out, too, in theaters.
Yes.
And so, make sure you go. Okay, there you go.
We're already
Bring the kiddos.
Yes. The one that we haven't done yet that he's been asking me about is a GOAT. The Steph Curry movie.
Yeah. Actually, that one actually looks really, really cool, man. Really
People
good,
like
great
it.
graphics. So, yeah, definitely, man. There's some bangers out there that these kids need to go watch.
But think about it. Like, Let It Go, Olaf, Sven, Frozen, in theaters the last time the Denver Nuggets won 10 games in a row. Barack Obama was in the White House the last time the Denver Nuggets won 10 games in a row. Miley Cyrus' Wrecking Ball was topping the charts the last time the Denver Nuggets won 10 games in a row. Legalization of marijuana was being rolled out here in Colorado the last time that the Denver Nuggets won 10 games in a row.
That's why everybody decided they want to come to old Mr. Colorado, right?
It blew up.
Come on.
Yeah, like the secret came out.
Yes.
Well, I think people came for the weed. Obviously, plenty of people were here before this.
They came for
I think they came for the weed and was like, wait, this place rocks. Not
those
only
mountains?
Can I not get arrested for smoking my ganj, like this place is the best. And then now this place is what it is.
Yeah, it's overpopulated.
Even in the 10 years that I've been here, like living in the tech center when I first moved here, like it's doubled in size. Yeah. It's doubled in everything. But it's been a long time. It's been a very long time since the Denver Nuggets won 10 games in a row. March 2013, 20 other NBA teams had a 10-game win streak since Denver last did. The Lakers, the Thunder, the Spurs, the Hawks all had 10-game win streaks this year. It's just been a very, very long time since Denver did it.
And they're doing it at the right time, right? We always talk about peaking at the right time. The Avs, I believe they're peaking at the right time. The Nuggets, they're getting healthier, and they're peaking at the right time. The Nuggets have 2 games left before the playoffs start.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, man. It's here. It's finally here. And guess what, Z? 12-2. They're not even gonna drop 2 games. They're gonna drop. They've already dropped one of them.
Oh, from my prediction.
Yeah, your prediction.
So this is after the Lakers lost.
Yes.
There was 14 games left in the season, and I said 12-2.
So they're gonna go 13-1 because I do believe they're gonna run the table. I do.
You
believe,
sure?
I truly think OKC is going to rest their guys. And even if the other guys play, and we know they're stacked, the Nuggets are going to find a way to beat them because they have no choice. This is it. This is like a little pre-test for themselves, not facing OKC, but for themselves before it actually starts. And then for the Spurs, I don't think the Spurs are going to play their guys either. And we're going to get ready to hit the ground running.
Well, what's interesting is on the San Antonio thing, and then we'll talk just a little bit about the game last night. The Spurs are, let me just double check, because you see that they're locked in a 2 seed, but Wemby's got to play in one more game.
Victor
Wembanyama has to play one more game to qualify for anything. All NBA, MVP race, all that. He's got to play more than 20 minutes. There's 2 games left on the schedule. It's Dallas tomorrow night. I'm talking about for San Antonio. Dallas tomorrow night. And then that game is in San Antonio, and then Denver on Sunday. If you're banged up, you're probably you want to play one more game, which Victor does. This is very, very, very important to him. Like this guy is obsessive, which is part of the reason that he's this great now, and that his limit is there is no limit. You would think that if he had a rib contusion, because he collided with Paul George a couple nights ago on Monday, he may be playing in that game on Sunday to finish things off. Against the Nuggets.
So you don't, because he just needs one game, right?
He just needs one more game. And you would think though, if you're hurt,
yes,
then you're gonna play in the last one and not.
No, for sure. But also you're playing Dallas. So if you're Wemby, it's like you can be out there against a very bad team. All right, know that guys are gonna have to help you out, and you can kind of stay on the side. Get your 20 minutes and then hobble that ass off the court and then rest up. Do you really want, if you're hurt, to be going against Denver? Man, Denver's starting to be a lot more physical. Jokic and them are starting to be more physical. And so I don't know if Wemby wants to play against Denver. I think he might play against Dallas and then try to sit Denver out.
Well, that's an easier opponent, obviously. And he's just trying to get to the 20 minutes. They're locked into the 2 seed. So he's literally just trying to play 20 minutes. So if that's your only objective, to play 20 minutes, then you can dictate what kind of physicality you invite into your airspace.
There you go.
So we'll see what it looks like. I think it's interesting. Last night, this one, holy smokes. I mean, the first half didn't look like a second cousin of NBA basketball. I mean, it was open gym. It was open gym. It was roll the balls out at 24-hour fitness. Seriously. And the freaking Grizzlies scored 72 points in the first half.
They caught fire, man. Got a little confidence up under them.
Oh my gosh. And so it was a tight game. Nuggets were down, I believe, at halftime.
Going in the half.
They were down by I think 4 or 5 points or whatever it was. And then in the third quarter, at the start of the third quarter, this is unbelievable, man. It got even worse. The defense got even worse. And so at a certain point in time, see, something happened here. This is so funny. And it's when I say so funny, I mean so sad. Because the NBA has a problem. 1/3 of the sport is actively trying to lose. Okay? They're actively trying to lose. And so when Memphis had a lead at halftime and came out of the locker room and started to play well again, that's a problem for Memphis. And so what happened? Did anyone catch this? 3 minutes into the third quarter, the head coach takes out Walter Clayton, Cedric Howard, and Taylor Hendricks. 3 minutes into the third quarter, because they were playing well. Those were the 3 best players in the first half, and they came out playing well in the second half.
So they did just what the Jazz did.
Yes, who took out Kyle Filipowski. In the fourth quarter, they shut him down because he's playing too well. You're trying to lose. It was actually, in their mind, organizationally, it was actually too close for their comfort. So they took them out in the third quarter, and then when the Nuggets got like an 18-point lead, they put them back in the fourth quarter.
You guys go back in there, man. Get your points.
I mean, it's hysterical. Like, the level that these organizations will go, it's disrespecting the sport.
It really is. They need to be fined, man. Millions and millions of dollars need to be fined towards these teams that are just literally tanking and don't care to hide it. They're just saying it. They're showing us with their actions. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, you literally couldn't make it up. We've seen in the last 2 weeks an NBA team take out their best players because they're giving them too good of a chance to win. I mean, this is where we're at.
And it just so happens to be with the going up against the Nuggets when we're watching these games.
And the Nuggets have to have these games. So it's like I have to laugh so I don't cry because I love the NBA. But this is why Adam Silver is flipping everything. This will be the last season this ever happens. They are literally going to change the construct of the sport in the offseason.
Great.
And I think the way you do it is after the trade deadline is you reverse the incentive, where right now the teams that lose the most get the best lottery odds. They already flattened the odds years ago. It used to be like one team had the greatest chance. Now it's like if you're in the bottom 4, your odds are like sort of all the same.
Yeah.
And so they've tried to flatten the odds like that, but teams, it still gives you the best chance at a superstar. And in this coming draft, there's real elite blue chip talent at the top. So you're seeing these organizations fall over themselves to lose. Starting next year, my hope is that the new incentive is after the trade deadline or whatever benchmark during the season, your lottery odds for non-playoff teams improve with wins. Try your hardest to win.
Right there.
It's sports. You should be trying your hardest to win. So put the incentive there. But last night was a masterclass in trying to lose a game.
You want to learn how to lose?
Holy smokes.
Tune in the second half.
Oh, my gosh. But there was something that happened within that game that was actually rather historic, and I want to talk about it next.
The Avalanche just clinched the top seed in the West. But here's the twist. They've been absolute killers on the road. So now the question is simple. Is home ice advantage actually overrated? If the Avs are this good anywhere, maybe the playoffs come down to the team not in the building.
Yeah, you always want to have home ice, especially in a Game 7. I think it matters the most. But are the Avs even a better bet on the road? They have more road wins this season than they have at home. They have the best road record in the NHL. They're currently tied for the most road wins in a season, franchise best, with 26. And they're currently on a 5-game road win streak, and they're 11-1 in their last 12 road games. So how big a deal is it that they just wrapped up home ice?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, gentlemen? Phillip Lindsay here. And let's be honest, most of us men out there are great at ignoring signs. We feel tired. We're dragging through the day. We're not sleeping as well. The workouts aren't as productive as they used to be. And we just chalk it up as we're getting older. But for a lot of guys out there, those are classic symptoms of low testosterone. And I'm here to tell you that my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic are experts in treating low T and other men's sexual health conditions. They treated tens of thousands of men across Colorado. And this year specifically, they're going further with their 4 targeted body composition plans, featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more. All designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate that fat loss. You heard me, that fat loss can go bye-bye. And finding out is so simple. All you need to do is go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com and take their 2-minute low T quiz. Then schedule a consult where they're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. And fellas, the appointment is $99, which will include a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if you start treatments on the day of your appointment, the visit is free. There's 5 locations out there to serve you as well, so gentlemen, there are no excuses. Go get treated. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So don't ignore these signs any longer. Give my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
This is Terry Wickstrom. I want to tell you about a great new partner to Terry Wickstrom Outdoors, Mad River Mortgage, your reverse mortgage specialist. If you want to secure your rest of life housing, maybe come up with some extra cash, or have a line of credit available to supplement your senior lifestyle, call my friend Mike Rabin at 303-396-2804 and ask about an FHA-insured home equity conversion mortgage, or go to madrivermortgage.com, NMLS 1504779.
That sound? Yeah, that's not a good sign. Hey, it's Drew Brees. And when your car starts making noises like that, a big repair bill might be coming right at you. But with CarShield, you don't have to fear unexpected breakdowns. CarShield helps protect you from expensive auto repairs. I spent my career making tough calls, but this one is simple.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
Most financial advisors only manage your money. They refer you out for taxes. They refer you out for estate planning. They refer you out when things get complicated. Did they really vet that person? Or did they meet once, exchange business cards, and call it a partnership? A referral isn't accountability. It's a handoff. When your investments, taxes, and estate plan are built separately, gaps happen, and those can cost money. At Trajan, we didn't build a referral network. We built a family office for all. Wealth, tax, estate. One team delivering coordinated planning, once reserved for the ultra-wealthy. If you want real coordination and not just introductions, call Trajan Wealth today. Call Trajan today at 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Looking to upgrade your kitchen, laundry room, or outdoor cooking area? Look no further than Mountain High Appliance. I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. We have hundreds of appliances hooked up live for a true try-before-you-buy experience, plus professional delivery and installation. Our price match guarantee ensures you receive the best deal, and special financing options make your purchase affordable. When it's time for new appliances, think Mountain High Appliance.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you. I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. A lot of new firms aren't even from Colorado, but we are. For 47 years, we've known Colorado law, we fought for our neighbors, and we won for our community. If you've been injured, call 303-GOOD-LAW.
The Colorado Auto Show is driving fun.
New cars, classics, exotics, overlanding vehicles, and test drives.
All in one place.
It's Friday through Sunday, Colorado Convention Center.
ColoradoAutoShow.com.
Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Waterloo Turf Denver. Get your Saturdays back.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tomorrow on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Michigan with pregame starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, just to extend the conversation that we were just having, Nuggets last night get it done against the Memphis Grizzlies, who are depleted and tanking, but yet and still, 10 in a row is 10 in a row.
Yeah. I mean, this is still the NBA. All right, the best of the best are out there, even though the Grizzlies did not have the best of the best out there, and they were still able to hang on for 2 quarters. 2 quarters of fun for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, they were knocking in threes at that first half. I think they made 13, I want to say 13 threes in the first half, and they were like, step into it like you're shooting by yourself, right? I mean, the defense was so bad.
What do you say, though? What do you say if you're an NBA player and you got a bunch of space in front of you 41% of the time, you're making those shots?
Oh, yeah. Open threes. I mean, it's free candy for these guys. And even as depleted as the roster is, as hard as those guys were playing, given their opportunity on these 10-day contracts and, 2-way contracts and all this stuff, you have to compete. You have to compete. And Adelman actually called after the game. I'm paraphrasing, but he said it was a zombie-like first half for Denver. And just to put this in your back pocket, the Nuggets had allowed 72 points or more in the first half 2 times all season leading up to this week. It's happened 3 games in a row. So, like,
put that in our back pocket.
So it's been really bad. It's been really, really, really bad. They did enough, and in terms of an NBA team, Memphis is incompetent, and they're purposefully incompetent, is how I would say it. But something historic happened last night, and a question about the Grizzlies we saw last night and a team that just won the NCAA championship. Don't let me forget that.
You know I won't.
But last night, some history was made. And I shined a light on this, I don't know if it was 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was. Tim Hardaway Jr. last night passed Michael Porter Jr. for second most threes in the history of the Denver Nuggets. Tim Hardaway Jr. on a vet minimum contract coming off the bench has made more threes than Michael Porter Jr. did in any season he ever played in Denver.
Shoot or shoot, Z. Shoot or shoot. And that's something that Tim Hardaway Jr., he was going to do no matter what because they told him. He told us. He said that they want him to do something specific, and that is shoot the ball no matter what, take those shots. And so what did Tim Hardaway Jr. say? He said, say no more. Hold my beer. Every time I get a chance in have an open shower, even if somebody's on me, I'm taking the shot if I feel good. And because of that, my man has been raining those threes, oozing with confidence, and I believe, in my heart, he's not going to win Sixth Man of the Year, but he's my Sixth Man of the Year. Isn't that cute?
Well, you know what? He's got a real case. I agree that he's not going to win the award. He's just not. By the odds, he is a long shot. Yeah. I think he's 4th or 5th most likely.
And he moved up from there because, remember, at one point he wasn't even on the list.
You're right. Good memory. So he is part of the conversation now. His team is advocating for him a bit. Here was Murray after the game.
He's Sixth Man of the Year. He's really a starter for us, playing same minutes as a starter, guarding some of the best players. Just a real professional, honestly. Real professional, same energy, same mentality every single night. Real consistent in that regard. And so it's always good to have somebody that you can rely on. Not just put the ball in the hoop, but for their energy and their leadership every single night.
The guy who I think is going to win it, and good for Jamal, to be totally honest with you, to get his name more in the conversation, and I don't know if this would have swung it, but it would have been a better conversation and a better case. His teammates needed to do this sooner.
Earlier,
His coach needed to get behind the microphone and say, are people paying attention to what this guy is doing? This guy is on pace to pass Michael Porter Jr. for the most threes made, in the history of the Nuggets. And obviously Jamal passing him first and having that number 1 spot. But after last night, Tim Hardaway is number 2 coming off the bench. That's insane. And there should have been more advocates behind microphones, stomping their feet on behalf of his case, and unfortunately, it's really late in the game.
Yeah, it needed to come from Jamal Murray, and then of course Jokic, and then David Adelman really pounding the table for his guys. And I don't know why they wouldn't do that for a vet who has done nothing but help this team out. Let's be real. Without Tim Hardaway Jr., we lose a lot of games.
Oh, yes.
A boatload of games.
Yes.
And so he has kept us afloat along with Jamal Murray, Payton Watson, and a bunch of other guys. But, man, Tim Hardaway Jr. specifically is a breath of fresh air, man. And, Z, he'll be the type of guy. And, push back if you think I'm wrong. If Payton Watson's not ready to go in the postseason, you get down to you need points. I know Christian Brown's out there, but let's say Christian Brown's not shooting at a high level. He's the type of guy that you would substitute CB out and put Tim Hardaway Jr. in that spot because he brings that 3-point presence. He can bring the points if you need it.
Well, I agree with you that if you feel like you need points, he'd be a great backup option. And I know you know this, but we're talking about the best offensive team in the NBA.
Yeah.
This is the number 1 offense in the league. And so you don't necessarily need more offense in your starting lineup. I love it coming off the bench in those non-Jokic minutes. But here's what I'll say. The guy who I think is going to win it is Keldon Johnson from San Antonio, okay, who averages 13.1 points per game. Tim Hardaway is averaging 13.5 points per game. And so he plays a few more minutes than Keldon Johnson.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do not think that he should be as far in the rear view from an odds standpoint as he is. Phil, to your point, I can't imagine this season without him. I really can't. He has been a model of consistency. He's played 79 games with 2 remaining on the docket, and he takes 10 shots a night coming off the bench. Here's a stat for you. He is 60 3-pointers ahead of the next NBA player who comes off the bench. 60. I mean, that's insane. He's made 221 threes this year. I can't say enough good things about Tim Hardaway Jr. He's not going to win the award, but he should be a bigger part of these conversations.
6 men in our heart, Z.
No doubt.
In our heart.
No doubt. Okay. Now that the Avs have locked up the top seed in the West, what are the 3 biggest storylines to watch as they finish the season? That's coming up next.
Get ready, Broncos country. This is the event you've been waiting for. Join Peyton Manning, Emmanuel Sanders, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, Aqib Talib, TJ Ward, and Coach Gary Kubiak as they reunite to relive their legendary Super Bowl 50 run. It's Night of Champions, a live, unforgettable show packed with stories, memories, and a behind-the-scenes look at one of the greatest seasons in NFL history. And Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan wants you to be there. Enter now for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets at DenverSports.com/champions. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime night with the heroes of Super Bowl 50.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. And if you're dealing with joint pain and joint pain is holding you back, then hear me out right now. You need to go see my friends at Regen RX in Denver because they're on another level. They don't just do guesswork. They build a real plan for you. Wharton's jelly for joint pain, shockwave therapy to get the blood flow back going again, and they're going to sit you down and give you a 6-month booster to keep your results feeling elite. And the best part about this is their consultation is completely free. You heard me, it's free, no risk. If you're dealing with degenerative joints or long-term pain, see if their stem cell therapy is the right move for you. It's about quality of life, guys. Staying explosive, staying active, staying present for your family. So you need to give my friends at Regen RX a call today at 303-630-9770, or you can visit them online at regenrx.co. Again, that's regenrx.co, and let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you.
What's up, cousin?
I want a new phone. Have you seen any good deals?
Everyone has free phones, but when I switched to T-Mobile, I got more value and so much more.
Like streaming included.
And travel benefits.
And the best part? The price of your talk, text, and data is guaranteed for 5 years.
Get more benefits and more value. At T-Mobile, families save and get a 5-year price guarantee. Switch now at T-Mobile.com. Qualifying plan requires price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Between groceries, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up your cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out how much you can save. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
I started my first business when I was 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you and customers care that you show up and do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. When you care about the people you serve, you work harder and it shows. Call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Jacob's Law and 303 Law 4040. I want to tell you about one of the cases I'm most proud of. And it's not because the number is eye-popping, although it is. It's because the clients trusted us to get them justice, and we delivered for them. Our clients were a wonderful couple, weren't looking to get rich. In fact, they kept saying, Dan, we're not looking to set any records here. But they were seriously injured, and despite promising to take care of them, when it came time to do the right thing, the insurance companies played hardball. We set it for trial and wound up getting $8.5 million. Plus, my lovely wife, Kimberly, was able to get all of their medical bills wiped out, putting hundreds of thousands of extra dollars in the clients' pockets. We were proud to help because our clients were good-hearted people who deserved justice. We hope you never need us, but if you do, we are here to help at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to meet directly with me and my lovely wife, Kimberly. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is crossover. CROSSOVER. Text crossover to 303-713-1043 right now, and you could win a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card and qualify for the $1,000 grand prize. That's crossover to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
All right, now that the Avs have locked up the top seed in the West, what are the three biggest storylines to watch as they finish the season? So the Avs are hosting the Flames tonight. And I was in the building the last time that these two teams locked horns, if that's what you wanted to call it. It was really...
oh, they didn't lock horns.
What do they call it? Like a...
The Avs neutered them. They just,
what do you do with the... gore them.
Is that when you just take them off?
No, like that's when a horn like goes through someone, you know, like a bull.
Oh, yes.
Like, it's like you gore them.
Well, that's what the Avs did.
They did not lock horns. They gored the Flames, and it was wildly fun to watch in person. The place was just laughing when they put up 7-8, and then it got to be 9 goals.
It's a light day.
We were chanting, "We want 10" to finish the game. Like, file that under a chant that will probably never happen in my lifetime again.
Damn, when we put 9 on them, you want another one?
Dude, it was hysterical, man. We want 10. People are staying. People are staying. People are staying to the end. And the Flames started to really kick it into high gear to prevent a double-digit score, like hanging from the scoreboard.
Oh, man.
So for you, obviously they're still going to play the games, but the remainder of the season, barring the President's Trophy, which is probably going to go to them anyway.
Yeah.
The season from here moving forward, it's about staying healthy, staying sharp, but it's mostly academic. The wins and losses have very little consequence. So for you, what do you think the biggest storyline to watch is with the 1 week left? The season ends 1 week from tonight.
Yeah. The biggest storyline I'm looking for is going to be a specific player, and his name is Blackwood. And the reason for that is he's lost a lot of confidence. When you watch the man in between the pipes, you know, he doesn't have the same confidence he had last year. And I think a lot of it has to do with Wedgie and being in his head and knowing that you're in a competitive competition and you lost that competition. And now you're looking at yourself saying, damn, I'm making all this money, but I'm the second string goalie. So for Blackwood, it's like, dude, you're still going to need to be ready to play. And my guessing is you're going to have some time where you're going to be on that ice in between the pipes and have to help us win in the postseason.
Definitely.
So these next 5 games that the Avs have, it should be a lot of Blackwood in between the pipes and getting his confidence back up. There's times where I'm looking at Blackwood Z, and he's lunging at people.
Yep.
Right? He's just not comfortable. He kind of looked like Georgiev at times. I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? So I want to see his confidence go back up. I want to see him have a couple really good games, see the puck really well, and go from there. Build that confidence up so that we have two goalies that we can rely on this cup run.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's probably number one for me as well in terms of like things that could matter on the way to a cup.
Yeah.
There's a couple other things that I'll be watching that I think are interesting, but not as consequential as Mackenzie Blackwood's confidence, because like we should be, and hopefully he plays well enough, Blackwood, that we're debating ahead of an important game who you should start.
Yes.
Right now, if there was an important game tonight, there is no debate. It would be Scott Wedgwood. So I like that. That's a good one. Mackenzie Blackwood's confidence here moving forward. And by the way, these aren't world beaters, right? So like tonight, it's going to be Blackwood, right? You would think,
no,
right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they announced that or not, but it will be. What an opportunity to get right. And obviously the guys in front of them have to play well. Calgary, for as bad as last Monday went, when the Avs curb stomped them 9-2, they are still playing hard. They just pushed Dallas. Dallas really had to exert themselves. I think the game went into overtime, I want to say. Dallas pulled it out, but they're not just going to roll over just because the last score was 9-2. In fact, they're probably going to try to, from a pride standpoint,
Yeah, as a man, you don't want to go in. You're still playing for something, right? You're playing for your pride.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to play a kid's game. So you're not going to just go out there and get embarrassed again. So I'm expecting the Flames to try to give it their all. All right, try to be aggressive. Try to put the shots on goal, high danger chances. So, like, this is going to be a great test if Blackwood, as maybe he's already been announced the start of this game, but I believe he's going to be in between the pipes. But so this is a great test for him. What do you do, man, when you have opportunities out there to have really good saves? Can you do that for yourself to build that confidence back up?
The other one for me in terms of a storyline is Nathan MacKinnon in the Hart Trophy. This is, and I care about this stuff a lot. So I know some people don't. I do. I think your footprint in the history of Denver sports is, it's important. If you have the capability to go out and win an award like the league's MVP, the Hart Trophy, and be the first player in the history of the Avalanche to have multiple Hart Trophies, it's never been done before.
You don't think Nathan MacKinnon's not thinking that way? Like,
Has
it's like,
to be.
Come on.
Has to be.
It's in the front of his mind.
So can Nathan MacKinnon finish the season strong and win the Hart Trophy and join Nikola Jokic as the only members among the big four pro sports here in Colorado? Can he join Jokic as the only people in the history of Denver sports to have multiple MVPs?
So do you don't think that he has wrapped this up already? You think he needs to have another solid game? We talk about Heisman moments for these college players where you had that moment where, a running back, let's just say, goes for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and then throws that Heisman
pose.
Up. Yeah. Throws the pose up. For Nathan MacKinnon, does he need a moment like this in the next 5 games for us to say, yep, like it's a done deal, sure thing for old Nate Dogg?
I think that being the top seed, being the leading goal scorer in the league, all right, which gets you that Rocket Richard trophy as well, being the top goal scorer on the number 1 team in the NHL, being third in points a bit behind only Nikita Kucherov and Connor McDavid, I think it should be enough. And I think it will be enough. But by the odds, it's close. I'll pull it up right now in real time because I haven't checked it in a couple days, and this thing is fluid. But I think it's important. I think he's going to go for it, knowing MacKinnon and just how cerebral and maniacal he is. But we shall see. Let's see here. Awards. The Hart. Wow. Nathan MacKinnon is plus 110 to win the Hart. Nikita Kucherov is plus 200. Connor McDavid is plus 300. So there is real competition there at the top. It wasn't long ago Nathan MacKinnon was minus money.
Yeah.
Now he's back to plus money. So a $100 bet for MacKinnon to win the Hart would win you $110.
So he needs a moment. That's what it's looking like. He needs a moment. And maybe tonight's the night, against Calgary where you have 3 goals, you have that hat trick, and it's like, hey, I'm the man.
Well,
enough said.
I'm glad you brought that up. The other night against who the hell did they just
Blues.
play? The Blues. Dude, I thought MacKinnon had a shot at the open goal, at the empty net at the end of the game, and he tried to give it to Val to get his hat trick.
Yep.
And I'm thinking about the Hart Trophy. So I love that that's where his mind was, being a good teammate for Val. But
stop being a good teammate.
I would have loved for him just to, because there's only a 2-goal difference between he and number 2. All right. We're going to do a different kind of segment. We're going to open up the phone lines here. All right. And we are going to gauge our listeners on where they're at with the Rockies. Hot start, cold history. Are the Rockies finally different, or is it deja vu all over again? We'll get to it next.
Every team's got a tell, and for the Rockies, it's Kyle Freeland. He's the canary in the coal mine. When he's sharp, when he's dealing, when he's got that edge, the Rockies suddenly look alive. But when he's off,
way out of here,
you feel the whole thing wobble. If Kyle's good, the Rockies are good. It's that simple.
Kyle Freeland is essentially a canary in the coal mine with the Rockies. Like, how are the Rockies doing? That canary's still alive. We're good. We're good enough. You know what I mean? So, yes, I think that Freeland is a bit of the canary in the coal mine there. And when you get quality pitching,
hey, this Rocks team can win a little bit more.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to CarShield.com. That's CarShield.com today. When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to CarShield.com. That's CarShield.com today.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Still haven't filed your taxes? Hey, you're not the only one. A lot of good people fall behind. But here's the thing. The longer you wait, the harder the IRS can hit back. Penalties stack up. Interest piles on. The letters get more aggressive. None of it magically disappears. It's why I always tell folks, call my friends at Advanced Tax Solutions. These are not generalists. They don't dabble in tax problems. They live in this world. Resolving IRS issues is all they do. Maybe you're 1 year behind. Maybe you're 10. Maybe you've got unfiled returns, wage garnishments, bank levies, or you're just losing sleep wondering what the IRS is going to do next. Their licensed tax professionals can step in fast, talk to the IRS for you, stop the stress, and start putting a real plan in place. And listen, waiting never makes it better. Every day you delay is another day the IRS gets to tighten the screws. One quick call to Advanced Tax Solutions, that could be the start of a quick resolution. So take control of your tax situation before the IRS does. Reach out to Advanced Tax Solutions today and breathe again.
Men, we all know how important sex is in a relationship, both for you and your partner. But erectile dysfunction ruins sex, which can often have serious impacts on your relationship as well. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, you understand the impacts it has on you and the one you love. But I'm here to tell you that ED is a treatable condition, and almost without exception, you can have really good sex again. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men with protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, good sex will be the norm. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a level of intimacy for you and your partner that might just astound you both. It's time to have really good sex again, so call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
When a semi-truck hits you, it's not always just a fender bender. First, it's the missed work. Then the medical bills pile up. And these big rig companies can move fast with teams of lawyers, investigators, and denials. If you're not ready, you're already behind. At the Berg Simpson Law Firm, we've handled these cases for decades. So if you've been struck by an 18-wheeler, call us at Berg Simpson today.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, TU Hockey skates with Michigan with pregame starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Hanging out with you here on a Thursday. All right, on a kind of overcast day here in Denver, Colorado. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. That first hour absolutely flew by. I want to do a couple things here, Mr. Phillip Lindsay.
Yes, sir, man. What do you want to do first?
One, I want to throw it out to our listeners. I'm not surprised, but I find it interesting how the Rockies conversation, the Colorado Rockies, who are off to the best start that they've had in years, are dividing a room in Denver sports.
You have some that are excited about what's going on for the Rockies. They're 6-6 right now. Everything out in front of them. The young guys like TJ Rumfield, they're shining. And then you got some fans that are still not on board and are upset that we're talking about them, and we're optimistic about what's going on right now with the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, it's almost weird.
It is weird.
It like kind of borders on the bizarre, but I understand. I legitimately understand why people are not thawing out to the Rockies. And just to be clear, and I want to get our listeners involved with this. We don't open up the phone lines a whole heck of a lot for reasons that we don't need to get into, but I do want to today because this is this community's team. You know, the Monforts are the steward of the team, but the team belongs to the community.
Yeah.
And I want to open up the phone lines, 303-713-1043, because the conversation yesterday generated a lot of response. And I was only able to read a small percentage of the RamosLaw.com text line. And I'm not, I don't read a lot of it in general or spend big chunks of the show because I want to be listening to you.
Thanks, man. That makes me feel really good, Z.
But I'm being serious. I want to be an active listener to my co-host, right? But I was surprised with just how much feedback, just in general, good and bad, to the Rockies conversation that we were getting. I honestly could not have anticipated that it would have generated that much response. And so I want to open up the phone line, 303-713-1043. Where are you at with the Rockies? And if you're resistant and you're not open to watching the product, I want to know why. All right, so we can check in with some of our listeners. But also during this segment, I want to try to get to, like, there is an overcorrection happening right now with Nikola Jokic. And when I say overcorrection, it was just about 3 weeks ago that Jokic nationally was being listed as like fourth in MVP. And because of what he did on Sunday against the San Antonio Spurs.
Yep, that was huge.
And then what happened on Monday, coming back 16 points with 8 minutes left in the game. It feels like, especially nationally, there is an overcorrection happening. Colin Cowherd falling all over himself, talking about Nikola Jokic. Stephen A. Smith on Monday, we played the audio on Monday or Tuesday about him saying, you cannot have an MVP conversation without Nikola Jokic. And then today, or I think it's today, it was today, Dan Le Batard goes on his show and, well, we'll play the audio for you here in just a little bit, but let's just say it's a conversation involving Nikola Jokic and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put a
That's
pin.
going to be a big one, man.
We'll put a pin in that. Let's Dante, do you have a preference of what we do first here from your end? Okay, let's do the Rockies conversation first, because I see that people are on hold. The phone lines are jammed. Danny wants to chime in. Danny, thanks for listening to the show. Where are you at with this team after 12 games?
You know, I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic. I'm a native here, grew up going to the games. We never went to Avs or Nuggets or Broncos growing up. We went to Rockies games. So it's a pillar in my life. Obviously, it's been a tough couple years, but getting back to something that's a fun product, like you said, and being able to see what this team can do is ultimately what I'm looking at.
Appreciate the call, Danny. That is almost like, and again, he's got a different frame of reference because he's growing up here like you did.
Which is interesting, too, that he didn't go to the Nuggets, the Avs, the Broncos. It was just straight Rockies. It just shows you, like, this was a baseball, and it still is a baseball state.
And I'll just say this, too, because and I probably should have asked him as a follow-up. The Rockies experience is the most affordable in Denver sports among the 4 major pro sports. So if you didn't have a lot of disposable income and you were going to go to a game, and even just father and son, it's pretty cheap to get into the game. Even if you just wanted to go rooftop seats, you could do that too. So maybe that was a part of Danny's background, but he cautiously optimistic, I think, was a good way to put it. I'm not falling over myself, crowning them and telling you what they're going to do, but reacting to the games on the day-to-day journey that we live here on the Fan. Cautiously optimistic from Danny, I think, was a good way to frame it.
See, it's like you said with a book, right? Like, if there's a book that pulls you in, you're going to give it a chance. So you say, okay, next chapter. That next chapter comes around and it's pretty good. It's leaving like a little cliffhanger. Okay, let's go to the next page. That's what the Rockies are doing to me, maybe you, and that's all I'm looking for. I'm optimistic about this team moving forward, and then it's about the future. Where do these guys, all right, the glue guys, these young guys that are going to be here 3, 4, 5 years from now, like, what are they looking like this year? And right now they look good.
They do look good. Yesterday they had a game where, and we'll take another call here in a second, but they had a game yesterday where they had more walks than strikeouts for the first time in 250 days. Will is on the line with us as well. Will, where are you
What's going on, fellas? How we doing?
We're doing great, man. Where are you at with the Rocks right now?
I'll tell you, I'm starting to get excited again, and like the previous caller said, cautiously optimistic, but here's the reality is we got to celebrate an opportunity to root for good baseball while we can. And if that's going to happen this year in April and hopefully May, and we don't see that May slump like they always have, it's only a good thing. Lodo is magical when baseball is good, and I want to see good baseball again down there. And if this is what it is, and it's going to be a feel-good story with a bunch of no-namers, I mean, I'm all in, and we're going to ride it while we can.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thanks, Will. That's good stuff. It's like
it was.
He is just in the moment, just like we are, and they're no names until they're not. Now, I'll say this: we're just getting to know their names, right? We're just becoming familiar with a lot of these guys. Even some of the guys who were on the team last year.
Yeah,
I wasn't watching last year. I was doing my own little boycott. So, like, even if you were on the team a year ago, I'm personally getting to know you on a night-to-night basis. So let's take another phone call here. We're going to kill a second here. Dante's on the line with a bunch of people here. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't feel great about tonight.
No?
I don't.
Is it because, like, they're rolling out, like, kind of the bullpen kind of situation? Dollander is going to be up at some point on the bump, but not at the beginning of the game. It's just they've won 4 in a row, which is very hard to do.
Yeah, and it's also the first game going from altitude to sea level. That has just been historically unkind to the Colorado Rockies. And the guy who's on the bump tonight, the right-hander, Randy Vasquez, has been elite. I mean, elite, all right? His ERA is 0.75. He has more strikeouts than hits allowed. So he has been just phenomenal, one of the better pitchers in the entire league. Now, I'll say this, San Diego's offense has not been as good as Colorado's. Colorado comes into this matchup tonight against the Padres with a higher team batting average, a better on-base percentage, a better slugging percentage, a better collective ERA. So there's like the tail of the tape, if you will. I mean, there's real advantages to point to. Now, we're just 12 games into the season.
That's it.
Right? It's too early to look at numbers, but in previewing a matchup, this is all we have. So we'll see what we're in store for. Who's next? Mitchell is on the line with us. Mitchell, where are you at with this baseball team? Are you open to what it can be, or are you still hardened and resistant?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. And I just have to say I have goosebumps, Phillip. I remember you from Colorado. And, Zach, you're a stud when it comes to statistics. So thank you guys so much.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I have been here since 1993, the inaugural year. And Colorado has given a lot of fans the optimism when it comes to April. However, over the last 4 or 5 years, this is encouraging. This is promising. Without Chris Bryant, without any of these veterans, a lot of the youth is now being able to show maybe they're just blindly naive, which is giving me optimism and hope for the season, knowing that there are still a couple of baseball games yet to play.
I really appreciate the call. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for listening. Look, there's some veterans on this team too. This is not just a youth movement.
I was gonna say, like the rotation has are full of vets.
Yeah,
and that's what you want.
And I'm bringing that up, and this is way too early to bring it up because I feel guilty that I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to do it. And then we'll tuck it away for a while, hopefully. If the Rockies keep playing well, and you're doing it with a handful of veteran players,
Lorenzen, Kyle Freeland, these guys who've been around for a while.
Yes. Even Senzi,
even
Antonio Senzatello,
he's been great, man.
He has been great. It's so fun to watch.
So what are you going to say, Z?
I'm saying that if the Rockies if they can maintain a semblance of this, okay, and they're competitive, and they have some veteran assets, because let's face it, they're off to a really good start, but the minor league system, their farm system, is not good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just not. If you overachieve, you may be in a position to sell off a lot of these pieces and kind of wave the white flag on the season unless they're really playing well and you believe that you're going to make the postseason or something, which I don't anticipate.
Come on.
You could put yourself in a position through this revival to sell off veteran pieces at the trade deadline to teams that want to compete. Someone could look at, with Super World Series aspirations and look at Antonio Senzatella saying, we could use a guy like him to get us over the finish line.
Or be buyers in the offseason next season.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But you're setting yourself up for success. I know what you're getting at, and that's like a business move, right? A general manager looking at the outcome and the future of look, it's not about now. We know we're not winning a World Series now. But what we're going to do is we're going to build off of this, and like you said, the farm system's not great. You start selling off people. I want to put Freeland out there, but just for example, he's a vet. If he continues to play well, it's hey man, what can you get for him, a younger guy, so that later on in the future you're ready to go.
Yeah, and you need to ask yourself, do you believe? I'm not going to use Kyle because he's a local guy.
I just use it because he's
no, and I get it because it's totally fair game, but I don't want to make it come across like we're trying to trade Kyle Freeland 12 games into the season.
Get where you hot, boys.
Say Sagano or Antonio Senzatella or something like that. You say, is this guy? Do we envision this guy being a part of the next really good Rockies team? And if the answer is no, and especially if they continue to overachieve the way that they are now, you have to consider it. You just have to for the betterment and the long-term health of the organization. Let's take one more call, then I want to shift gears to the Nikola Jokic conversation that's happening nationally today. Vado is on the line with us. Vado, thanks for listening. Where are you at with these Rocks?
What's going on, ZB and Phil? Huge fan. ZB, you and I DM back and forth on Instagram, so I really appreciate the love and communication. But I just wanted to reach out to you guys and tell you, Colorado native, I live in Northern California. I'm a diehard Colorado sports fan, and I don't understand why anyone would downplay or be upset about the Rockies playing better. I absolutely love it. If we can continue to build this program, get better, and start to have this, excelling at all of our professional sports, why not be in all for that? Living out here in NorCal, I am chomping at the bit for good baseball. I want to get down to San Francisco and watch them play the Giants. I have no idea why the Rockies don't come out here for that series against the A's since they're playing in Sacramento, but would love to do that too. But I'll tell you what, fellas, I'm all in, and I love it.
All right, appreciate that call, Vado. Love it, love the passion.
Yeah.
That there are people that are still passionate about the Rockies, and we didn't, and we're gonna shift gears here, so we're not gonna take any more calls, but if you are hardened on the Rockies and are refusing to thaw out, I would just ask the question, what else were you looking for them to do? They've changed everything, literally everything. They've changed it all. What would be left to prove to you, not to prove, that's the wrong word, but to have you be open to the idea that this is a new direction? What stone was left unturned? Because I can't find many. And so
I just think, it's time on task for a lot of people. I look at it, and you guys were having the analogies earlier with the Rockies, but like somebody that has had bad luck with relationships, and they keep getting cheated on, and you get so numb to it that you don't want to open up anymore to that next person. And even when they show you flashes, it's like, I'm going to guard my heart the tightest right now because I don't believe you.
Yep.
And I think for a lot of fans out there that are not on board just yet, that's how they feel. They've been burnt way too many times where it's like, man, let's get through April. Let's get through May. Are they still competent? Are they still competitive? Are they doing the right things? Or are these young guys still flashing? And then I think that's when the Rockies will start winning a lot of hearts over again. That's just my thought on it, man.
No, that's good. That's good. And I'm thinking, as you're saying that, I'm thinking of my mom. Dude, when my parents divorced in 1994, I was my son's age, which is heartbreaking to see how young my son is, and that we went through all the stuff that we did. But my mom never even went on another date, dude, with anyone.
Yeah.
Like, she's in her 60s. She still had the second half of her life left.
Well,
but
that's because you two boys are in the house about to beat everybody up. Pitchforks and everything.
But to your point, some people, they're just like, I'm not open. And obviously that's a serious analogy, and I don't mean to get too dark. But like, it's like, I'm not opening myself up. Like, I don't trust that organization. I don't care. It's been 12 games. I don't care. You got to do it for 3 years before I ever, we had someone yesterday say, you got to do it for 3 years. I'm like, holy crap. But what I would say to that person that was like, they need to do it for 2 to 3 years, you could miss a lot of fun baseball waiting around. And so I hope that that's coming. I don't know if that's coming, but I hope that that's coming. All right, shifting gears. I talked about it at the top of the segment. There is a bit of an overcorrection here, almost at the buzzer of the NBA season when it comes to the greatness of Nikola Jokic. It was about 3 weeks ago. I'm seeing people say Jokic would be fourth on my MVP ballot. I'm hearing Bill Simmons and Kevin O'Connor say, hey, if we're starting a team next year, and next year is the only thing that matters, not starting a franchise, just next year, I take Wemby over Jokic. Right? There's been a lot of these conversations. And now, after the Spurs win on Sunday, and then what happened in the Blazers game, and who Jokic has been, which has been superhuman, and he's doing stuff that's never been done before. And maybe it's just for conversational purposes, but at the national level, there has been an overcorrection where Stephen A. Smith, we played the audio earlier in the week, saying, man, you cannot have this guy's greatness. I'm running out of words. I'm a wordsmith, but I can't describe his greatness. And you can't have an MVP conversation without him. Colin Cowherd falling all over himself, talking about the greatness of Nikola Jokic. And then you have Dan Le Batard who has been in the national media spotlight for, 2-3 decades or whatever it's been down there in Miami, going on his show today and saying this.
Jokic is a better offensive player than Michael Jordan. Yeah. So brave. Yeah. I'm sorry it took me a long time to get here. I am now here. Everyone should capitulate. There has never been a better offensive player than that loaf of bread. And you're not comfortable with it because you want it to be a wing guy and you want it to be somebody who soars through the air. And I'm sorry that this guy ruined basketball for you, but he's better as an offensive player than any that the sport has ever seen.
Okay, so if I asked you, you have one game. Michael Jordan, Nikola Jokic. You're taking Jokic?
That's not what I said.
Oh, but I'm asking a different question.
Good question. But it's not what I said. I said he's the best offensive player I have ever seen. I could give you all of the numbers and metrics of how champion the Nuggets are when he plays, offensively and defensively, because he's also good defensively. He clogs everything up. They're not the same thing defensively. The excellence is unprecedented at the top of what these people are doing. Like, you can take the MVP from that guy if you like, but there's never been a better offensive player. And you can argue on behalf of Michael Jordan, and you can say one game, all the players that ever played, but we're watching one right now who's
You could argue for Michael Jordan being a good basketball player.
You
can.
But you can make the argument on the other side, and it'll be hair splitting. Like, whatever it is you're doing to reduce my Jokic argument, you're doing it by this margin. We are watching genuine mastery in basketball, but everybody's mad at basketball for an assortment of very good reasons.
Wow.
That's a lot, man.
It is a lot. It is a lot.
Call him a loaf of bread.
He did. And it wasn't too long ago, by the way, let me just tell the other side of the story with Stephen A. Smith, who was singing his praises. It wasn't too long ago that my guy Stephen A. Smith, and I love Stephen A. Smith, said he called him a fat lard.
Damn.
Yeah. It was just a couple years ago. So, but also there's been people who have not given him his flowers, like Nick Wright, who has retroactively said, I was just wrong. I was late. Levitard insinuated it at the top. He's like, it took me a while. I'm here now. And so
because they would look like fools if they don't turn around and say that they're wrong.
I agree.
Because look what's happening.
I agree.
Like, at this point, Z, if you're going against Jokic, and I know we're going to talk about Michael Jordan and Jokic, but just in general, then you're just a hater. You would be considered a true hater, and you just don't like Jokic because maybe you don't like his game. Maybe you don't like that he's not the high-flying Michael Jordan kind of guy, or maybe you don't like that he doesn't talk to the media like other people do, but the man can play some basketball. And right now, he is the greatest player to play the game that's playing, man. Come on.
Well, it's the Michael Jordan thing is going to trigger people. I know that.
It triggered me a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you, dude. It triggers me because that's what all of us have been like when we talk about the greatest basketball player ever, it's going to be Michael Jordan. Every kid knows that. Even growing up, it's Michael Jordan. You want to be Michael Jordan. The shoes. All right, I got Jordans on right now because of Michael Jordan.
Sure.
And now you're telling me that Jokic is the best offensive player to play this game.
And Levitard made the distinction. He's like an offensive engine, an offensive player. He's the best we've ever seen. And I don't think you can say player because Jordan was dominant defensively.
Yes.
Michael Jordan had a season, and I'm trying to remember, I think it was 88, that Phil, he led the NBA in scoring by a very comfortable margin and won Defensive Player of the Year in the same season.
That's insane, dude. Come on.
It's happened 3 times ever in the history of the sport I love. Hakeem Olajuwon, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jordan. And so, and excuse me, that trio won an MVP and a Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. Jordan, MVP of the league, leading scorer of the NBA, plus Defensive Player of the Year. But that wasn't Levitard's argument. He's saying offensive player, there's never been anyone better. And there is an argument to be made.
But how do you – so there's an argument. What side of the argument are you on?
Well, I would just say this. I'd have to really – and I'm such a – I shouldn't take this stuff as seriously as I do, but I really would want to take a dive into a lot before answering. I'll just say this. I don't know if Jokic has surpassed Michael Jordan as the greatest offensive engine of all time, but the fact that the argument can be made, because I can make the argument right now, but the fact that the argument can be made is, I think, the point here. Jordan is he's like a basketball god. You can't even approach his block in most cases.
Yes.
And the fact that this is being said into microphones at the national level, I think is the point. And you know what I say to I brought my little guys, coach my little guys, and guys get frustrated at when they miss shots. And I remember it was like the first or second practice. And I call these guys in, and I'm like, dudes, and these guys are 6, 7, and 8.
They're babies.
I'm like, hey, new rule, you cannot get frustrated of missing shots. Because basketball, not to the degree of baseball, but it's largely a game based off failure. And I said, who's the greatest player of all time, right? And 2 kids answered at the same time. One said Jordan, the other one said Jokic.
Okay.
But here's the thing, and there's a reason I'm mentioning this. I proceeded with the Jordan avenue instead of the Jokic avenue.
Yeah.
And what I said, guys, I believe that Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player of all time. Michael Jordan missed more shots than he ever took.
Yes.
Jordan, for his career, shot 49%. That means he missed 51% of the shots. I said, so if Michael Jordan, the greatest player in NBA history, can miss more shots than he makes, you have no excuse to get frustrated from missing shots. The reason I couldn't go down the Jokic road and I selected Jordan is because Jokic does make more shots than he misses.
Well, it's tomorrow, man, because I know you like to get your information, your stats, your facts together. But I really want to know what you truly believe. But I want you to take a day to go and because this is hard. And I know it's like we're talking about sports, but you're talking about Michael Jordan and Jokic. And somebody saying that Jokic is a better offensive player than Michael Jordan.
Offensively only.
Offensively only.
Just so I can be emphatic, because I said it twice here in the last 3 minutes. I believe Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yes.
But Michael Jordan's career assist is 5 per game. Nikola Jokic is leading the NBA, 11 assists per night. That's offense. Like being a top 8 scorer, scoring 28 points a game. Like rebounding. The offensive rebounds, they matter. And who pushes the ball up the floor after a defensive rebound to the rate that Jokic does? Yeah. I've never seen someone advance the ball.
But isn't there something to say that the game has changed since Michael Jordan has been out,
been
away from it?
Totally.
Like if you drop Michael Jordan in his prime in today's game,
you can drop in any era. He's the GOAT.
And that's exactly it. Because defensively, offensively, well-rounded, he's just that great.
And he would have honed in more to the three-pointer, in which the three was not as in vogue in the 90s. I mean, you watch 90s basketball, everyone's crammed in the paint.
Yeah.
It's like there's no space. Everything's clogged up. And the defense, the whistle that Jordan would get today, Jordan was getting mauled. And so I know they've allowed more physicality here in the last year or two, but still, I mean, he would thrive. But Jokic is in the conversation. That's what I think the point is. Anyway, your reactions, RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. We can get to some of those coming up next.
Deion Sanders held another press conference telling everyone the Buffs are going to be improved this year. And hey, confidence is great. Swagger is the brand. But at some point, the speeches stop mattering and the scoreboard starts talking. Maybe this is the season where it's less about the microphone and more about proving it on the field.
Talk to me, man. I'm done with the talk from Deion Sanders.
Talk to me.
I don't need to hear Deion Sanders talk anymore about how great everything's going to be and how great all his coaches are and how great all his players are.
You yak.
You need results, Deion.
Yak to me.
This is the year, or else it's done.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
A multi-billion-dollar settlement is paying claims for up to 21 years. If you were exposed to weed killers at work or at home, your rights are affected. If you or your family has or had non-Hodgkin lymphoma, you could receive $6,000 to $165,000 or more. This settlement impacts you even if you're not sick, because this blood cancer can take 10 to 15 years to appear. If you stay in the settlement, you give up your right to sue. Learn more at weedkillerclass.com or call 888-403-8201. Paid for by the Roundup Settlement.
Hey, it's Stokely. Spring is here, but you know Colorado. Warm one day, chilly the next. And trust me, summer is coming in hot. Beat the rush with an early bird air conditioner tune-up and inspection for only $49 from ROX Rocks Heating and Air. They'll inspect your system and keep you cool when everyone else is scrambling. Call Rocks Heating and Air today and schedule your tune-up before the end of April. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
I'm Rob Wilhite. For almost 50 years, Colorado has trusted the Wilhite Law Firm after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion recovered, we know how to win for our community. Injured? Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Hey, it's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Wildland Urban Interface is the new Colorado standard. It could affect your next siding, decking, roofing, or window project. 5280 Exteriors can help you identify your fire risk zone, stay compliant, and protect your home.
Saturday.
It's time!
2 electric title fights, one night only. Yuri Prohaska versus Carlos Ulberg.
UFC gold will hang in the balance.
And Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira.
This is an unbelievable card.
Stream every fight free with your Paramount Plus subscription. No more pay-per-view. UFC 327, Saturday at 9. Streaming on Paramount Plus.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, AdvancedHair.com.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
What's up, cousin?
I want a new phone. Have you seen any good deals?
Everyone has free phones, but when I switched to T-Mobile, I got more value and so much more.
Like streaming included.
And travel benefits.
And the best part? The price of your talk, text, and data is guaranteed for 5 years.
Get more benefits and more value. At T-Mobile, families save and get a 5-year price guarantee. Switch now at T-Mobile.com. Qualifying plan requires price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
From family adventures to city commutes.
Find whatever drives you at the Colorado Auto Show.
Luxurious, sporty, powerful.
Test drive what's now and what's next.
It's Friday through Sunday, Colorado Convention Center.
ColoradoAutoShow.com.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Michigan with pregame starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, the Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
Let's come off the top rope with it! All righty. So, no joke. The conversation that we were just having, we were piggybacking on Dan Levitard saying that Nikola Jokic is the greatest offensive player in the history of basketball and has surpassed Michael Jordan. Really fun debate. I mean, really fun to the point where we just continued it through the commercial break. Like, we never stopped talking.
Uncomfortable. You start to compare and say that someone's better than Jordan.
Makes you uncomfortable.
It does make me a little uncomfortable, man. Come on, it's Michael Jordan.
I want to read a RamosLaw.com text. I grew up, this is someone talking here, who goes, I grew up outside of Chicago watching Michael Jordan, and it's not close. I'll take Jordan any day over the Joker, not just because of how Jordan played, but because Jordan lifted the entire team. He was a better leader, and he's a better leader than the Joker. There is something to be said. Now, I'll give pushback that Jordan lifted people. Like, Jokic is literally lifting this entire organization. Yeah. Like, the Denver
He's elevated everybody.
I bet Nikola Jokic has improved the valuation of the organization by $1 billion. Like, this is really historically has been like an also-ran organization.
Yeah.
Like, they're part of the race, but never meddling. And they never even appeared in the finals to let alone win it until Nikola Jokic entered the scene. So I give pushback on that. But there is something to be said. Like, is there another gear that Jokic just lacks from a leadership standpoint because his personality is so unique? That's not to say that he doesn't lead. We just saw him in the timeout the other night.
Yeah, he's very vocal now. He's starting to be a lot more vocal, getting the board and drawing on it. So he's trying to lead.
Yeah, he's trying, but he's not a natural leader. And I think Michael Jordan is a natural leader. Now, sometimes his leadership could be crass and cruel. I mean, I'm not worried about Nikola Jokic punching his teammates in the face. You have to worry about that with Mike. And so
he's just that crazy. He just wants to win that bad. But you know what, Z? I kind of love it. You got to have a little craziness.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, how can you argue with the process when the results are 6 championships? He had to use another hand to raise up in 1998 to how many he had. I mean, that's bonkers. So, it's a fun conversation. But like I said 10 minutes ago, I think the fact that we're having the conversation, regardless of where you fall on it, the fact that we're having the conversation is kind of the point.
So, for me, it's like I feel like you're on the fence. See, I feel like it's like Michael Jordan still, but you kind of want to say Jokic. Is it like that for you? Like, is it really tearing like you two ways?
Yeah. I am torn. Because it's different eras too, and but like we've never seen anything like Jokic before. Like Shaquille O'Neal, when I was growing up, he was my favorite player, and then it ultimately transitioned to Kobe. But I was the biggest Shaq fan and continue to be such a Shaq fan. Shaq was the most dominant force I've ever seen. Jokic is dominant in a different way. We've never seen someone Shaq's size play on the perimeter like Jokic. Jokic has a body similar to Shaq, at least in the middle of his career. Young Shaq was so spry and athletic and, he would jump out of the gym. Yeah, he was literally Superman. We've never seen anything like Jokic, but we never saw anything like Michael either. So I am split. There's an argument to be made. If you force me to decide right now,
you're hanging off the edge. There's only one right answer, Z. Where are you going with?
I'll say because of the assists and because of the rebounding that transitions to offense immediately, in addition to the offensive rebounds. You saw him last night tipping it in. Chris Marlowe's nickname is the Big Tipper, as Wilt was the Big Dipper, once upon a time. I'll say Jokic. I don't feel good about it. I feel like I need to take a shower.
You do. Give me the belt, the leather one. Yo, I mean, it's two different eras, two different ways of playing. If you drop Michael Jordan here when it's all soft and you get into the free throw line and the 3-point shots, it's a lot different in today's game.
It's much more prevalent.
People around there.
Yes. But
MJ's gonna have to assist
again. In case someone's getting in the car right now or flip it on the app, and it's offensively.
Yes.
I'm not saying Jokic is a better player than Michael Jordan, but there's certainly an argument to be made from an efficiency standpoint. The guy's shooting 57% from the field, and that's not even his true shooting percentage, right? His threes going to the free throw line, which goes into that. He's averaging 11 assists. That's offense. We never saw Jordan average more than 8. His best year was 8 in the late 80s. He's averaging 11, Jokic is. Leading the league in boards, top 8 scorer. We're acting like the guy
Jokic is 7 foot, Z. Is Michael Jordan 7 foot?
No.
So you don't look at Michael Jordan and say, hey, man, rebound.
But Jokic is not the athlete that Jordan was blessed with. Like Jordan is like the greatest athlete to ever play basketball.
For sure, but also you're asking Jordan to play both sides of the court.
I'm not arguing that, though.
And I know you're not. I know you're not arguing that one, but when you have a bunch of energy that you're using defensively, you're not going to be as good offensively because you're going two ways. Where Jokic says,
that's
hey,
true.
I'm going to score these baskets and then somebody else go help me out. Man, Z, I didn't know you were going to do that.
There's an argument to be made. You forced me to decide today because here's the thing. A lot of raw numbers point to that being the case, that Jokic is a better offensive hub than Jordan. But you know what really agrees with that statement is the advanced metrics. The raw numbers say it. The advanced metrics might scream it. So I love Michael Jordan. I love Michael. Yes, I do.
You hate him. You hate MJ. All that man does.
You hate Jokic. You hate Jokic.
I don't hate Jokic. I don't hate your Serbian king, but
he is my Serbian king.
Or whatever.
Yes. Bend the knee.
But I'll tell you this. Like it sucks that we have to have these conversations too, because it makes it seem like you are choosing one and the other and you don't like Jokic.
No,
but it's like, man, two great players.
This is what Le Batard said was, you can make the argument for Jordan for sure, but it's splitting hairs.
Yeah.
It's a splitting hair conversation. So anyway, overcorrection by the national media. I wonder if it has a trickle-down effect to the voters that could disrupt that final straw poll that Tim Bontemps had last Friday.
Maybe Jokic does win the MVP.
No, he's not winning the MVP.
Come second.
I want him to finish second.
Come in second.
To be able to say, hey, he either won the MVP or finished runner-up for 6-7 years in a row is a wildly powerful statement. And I hope he gets to say that. Okay. They say the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. The second best time is now. Why an old Chinese proverb could intersect with the Broncos' draft strategy. I'll explain coming up next.
Get ready, Broncos country. This is the event you've been waiting for. Join Peyton Manning, Emmanuel Sanders, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, Aqib Talib, TJ Ward, and Coach Gary Kubiak as they reunite to relive their legendary Super Bowl 50 run. It's Night of Champions, a live, unforgettable show packed with stories, memories, and a behind-the-scenes look at one of the greatest seasons in NFL history. And Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan wants you to be there. Enter now for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets at DenverSports.com/champions. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime night with the heroes of Super Bowl 50.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at ColoradoRLE.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. ColoradoRLE.com.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
The cost of living isn't just high, it's exhausting. If you've been leaning on credit cards lately just to cover the basics like groceries, gas, and utility bills, you're essentially paying a survival tax of 20% interest or more. Why keep handing your hard-earned paycheck to the big banks when you could keep it for your family? My friends at American Financing have a better way. They're helping homeowners tap into their equity to pay off high-interest debt with mortgage rates currently in the 5s. On average, American Financing is saving their customers $800 a month. That's nearly $10,000 a year back in your pocket. It's not just a loan, it's a total financial reset. There are no upfront fees and no obligation to talk to a salary-based mortgage consultant. Here's the kicker. Start today and you could even delay 2 mortgage payments. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.196% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
When you've been hurt after a traumatic car crash, you don't need a sales pitch from an attorney with big promises and a loud voice. You need a team who fights for real results fast. That's why so many across the country choose the Berg Simpson Law Firm. Berg Simpson is nationally recognized, but is local right here in Colorado. So give us a call and let our team fight for the results you deserve today.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. And I've learned to grind through injuries and keep moving forward. But now that grind is becoming a breakdown. If you're ignoring joint pain, you're just waiting for a surgery you don't want. At Regenerex, they use your body's own biology, like stem cells, PRP, shockwave therapy, to repair the damage and get you back in the game. They focus on regenerating the joints, not just masking the symptoms. So you need to give my guys over at Regenerex a call today and schedule a free consultation. The number is 303-630-9770 or visit regenerex.co.
Still babysitting your cleaning crew? Missed trash, dusty desks, complaints from staff? Pike Janitorial has served Denver businesses since 1994 with professionally supervised commercial cleaning that gets done right the first time. Offices, warehouses, medical facilities, they show up, handle it, and you don't have to think about it. No excuses, no callbacks. And they'll beat your current cleaner's price by 10%. Guaranteed. Call 303-306-0290. Pike Janitorial. Clean you can count on.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is GUARD. G-U-A-R-D. Text GUARD to 303-713-1043 right now, and you could win a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card and qualify for the $1,000 grand prize. That's GUARD to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, hanging out here on a Thursday. I said going into the last break.
Take a shower.
I didn't take a shower.
Get that filth off of you.
That's a fun conversation.
That is, man.
They say the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. The second best time is now. Why an old Chinese proverb could intersect with the Broncos draft strategy. I'll explain what the heck I'm talking about here in just a couple seconds. First, guys, join the 2015 Bronco greats like Peyton Manning, like Emmanuel Sanders, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, Aqib Talib, TJ Ward, Gary Kubiak, as they look back at their Super Bowl 50 run. Night of Champions is a live show that will feature a dynamic panel discussion, football stories, and memories, giving fans an all-access look at one of the greatest seasons in football history. And Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan wants you to be there. Enter now at denversports.com/champions for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets. Okay, I want to give a quick birthday shout-out to a young boy. All right, we have a daily listener, and his son, Abel, is turning 5 today. He just started soccer. Abel Martinez, happy birthday, little dude.
Happy birthday, man.
All right. Shifting gears. So there's an old Chinese proverb. You ever heard this, Phil? It says the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. The second best time is now.
You know, I've never heard that one, but it's deep.
It is.
That one's deep.
It's like a and there's a lot of quotes about planting trees that are basically like keeping your eye on the future, being optimistic and positive about the future. Yeah. Warren Buffett had a quote one time that said, like, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone else planted a tree 30 years ago, something like that. And I like stuff like that. And, you know, I'm bringing it up because in terms of the Broncos draft strategy, I do not know if there's a single position on the Denver Broncos right now that whoever they draft in the second round is going to come in and start. And maybe we can have a separate conversation on who's got the best path to come in and start, what position would have the best path to come in and start. But you look up and down this roster, and it's like, holy smokes, there's a lot of awesome veteran players in your way from this 14-win team. So with that in mind, just like planting a tree, all right, and the best time to do it was yesterday or 30 years ago, and the next best time is now, to start reinvesting in a really, really important position. And I'm thinking about Garrett Bowles, who's going to turn 34 years old here very soon. And I was reading an article on ESPN, and it was like what we're hearing about the Broncos draft pick. And it was Matt Miller from ESPN. And he said, with only one pick inside the top 100, the Broncos must be strategic about how they'll find needs in this draft. One position I've heard could be in play at number 62 is offensive tackle, where Garrett Bowles will turn 34 years old, and Mike McGlinchey is 31. And we know how much Sean Payton just believes in the offensive line. It's got to be the thing that permeates your building, he has said in the past. And you need to start thinking about the succession plan beyond Garrett Bowles.
No doubt, Z. No doubt. You should always be thinking ahead. And when you do have an opportunity, maybe in this draft, to pick up a really good offensive lineman, that once Garrett Bowles or McGlinchey leave, and you can just have them go in there and they're ready to go, like, you want to do that so that you can protect Bo Nix, your quarterback, for a very long time. We know that if you have a good offensive line protecting your quarterback, he's going to stay healthier. He's going to be able to put the stats up, and you're going to be able to win a lot of games because of that. So, of course, if you have a chance to go in there and secure the trenches, Z, we love that. Go out there and secure an offensive lineman that can grow and brew under Garrett Bowles, and at some point when GB decides that he wants to retire, this offensive lineman is ready to go. Now, would that be something I do, me personally? No. I'm looking at it like this. Yes, the second round is going to be the big round for the Denver Broncos this year. George has a lot of pressure put on him. But you also need a guy, although this guy may not start right off the bat because you already have a bunch of vets in front of him, when one of these guys goes down, because let's make no mistake about it, somebody is going to go down this year.
Of course.
That's football. Can that guy that you drafted be plugged in and start for you and you feel comfortable and confident right away. There's a couple positions out there that I believe you need to secure. Running back, of course, tight end. But if we're going to go defensively, I'm going to go outside linebacker. All right, I'd rather the Denver Broncos go out there and secure the outside linebacker position under Justin Sternat and Alex Singleton because I just don't know how confident I am that one of these guys is going to stay healthy the full season. And if something goes down or wrong with them, you need a guy that you can believe can start right away and there's not a big-time drop-off, Z. This is Super Bowl or bust to me. I'm okay with the offensive linemen, but linemen take a long time to develop, even the really good ones. Unless you're just thrusting in there and you're a top 10 offensive lineman, it takes a long time to develop. I need a guy right now that can play, especially defensively for that outside linebacker position, that you can plug in. There's not a big-time drop-off, and you can still get to a Super Bowl because of that.
Well, I disagree a little bit.
Damn.
Because I don't think you said you need someone to come in and play right away.
Yeah.
And you're saying based on injury.
Based on injury, yeah.
Where the roster is at right now, I feel pretty comfortable everywhere, mostly. And there could be quarter turns and tweaks. And obviously you want to add depth to all these positions, right? But man, oh man, you're not picking inside the top 10 for an offensive lineman. You don't plan to be picking in the top 10 in the next 10 years. So you might have to develop someone more long-term in a way you otherwise wouldn't. And I understand tight end and outside linebacker, but let's not forget, and I didn't think I'd have to tell you, but let's not forget about developing the offensive line and the trenches.
Oh, I want to develop the offensive line in the trenches, but also, Z, I'm all in for this year. Is this guy that you're developing, if something happens to GB, can you sit here and say, and I know none of us can, but if he's a developmental guy and he's in the second round, there's a reason for that as an offensive lineman. All right, he's going to struggle, especially at the left tackle position because that's the quarterback's blind spot. Me personally, I'm going for a vet. GB goes down, we're going out there and getting a vet to kind of, plug that hole for a little while, and then you go from there. So there, you take that pushback.
All right. Let us know, RamosLaw.com, text line 303-713-1043. Do I sound crazy for saying, hey, I think you need to start planning a succession plan, planning that tree. You may not need it right now, but you're going to want it in the future. All right.
Play the victim card.
Shifting gears. I have a question as it relates to our team here, behind the scenes as well, and the Masters. All right, so I'll ask that question. Also, this weekend will be the first look at Deion Sanders' new approach in Boulder. One, by the way, that is getting love on the national level. We'll give you the details on that next.
Remember when half the city was ready to ship Cam Johnson to the moon because he started slow? Yeah, not Zach by. Zach said chill. Maybe let the guy play basketball first. And now Cam's cooking. And all those early overreactions? Aging like milk. Zach didn't just stay patient. He stayed correct.
Where are the people? Where are the people?
Man, why are you looking at me?
I'll turn my head.
Why are you looking at me?
Where are the people that wanted to run Cam Johnson out of this town 2 months into the season? And OYZB. Like an owl.
Why are you talking to third person?
Hey, I told everyone to relax, did I not? I said we got a sample size of a career here.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
That's good. It's good. All right, hey, guys, Zach here. If you're looking for the ultimate place to post up for a big game, go to the Basketball Social House Bar and Grill in Centennial. This is your headquarters for every upset, every buzzer beater. Guys, the place is unreal. Award-winning food and drinks, all right? A brunch that I put my reputation on. And it's not just another sports bar, guys. This is the first of its kind sports bar and entertainment experience. Literally the only one like it in the world, and it's right here in Centennial. And listen, you don't have to be a hooper to love it, all right? My wife never picks up a ball there, but she loves the vibe, the energy, the menu. It's all next level. But if you do want to play, you can book your own private basketball suite with a court, lounge seating, music, TVs, the whole deal. Perfect for watch parties, team hangouts, or just leveling up your night. And for big games, you're covered. They have the best happy hour in Colorado every day from 7 p.m. to close. This is where you want to be. 7450 South University Boulevard in Centennial. Check them out online at thebasketballsocialhouse.com. And because you heard it from me, use code HALFOFFHOOPS for half off your first time private basketball suite rental. Trust me, guys, this place is a slam dunk.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Ink card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Michigan with pregame starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, kicking down the door of hour number 3 here on The Drive. We have the Masters on here on the big screen, and I've been watching it during the commercial breaks.
I wish I was as good as them, man. Life would just be so much simpler.
Phil, it's honestly, it's hard to even comprehend how good these guys are.
Truly. Like, it's like all the work that they put into it, all the hours they put into it, man, but they make it look so easy. Every time I watch something like the Masters, I want to go back out there, play. Then I realize I'm not good, and I get frustrated.
Yeah, and so, and I'm not good either, right? I'm not. But I love playing, and I had just a lifetime experience a couple years ago at the BMW that came here. It was the first time I had seen the PGA Tour up close and in person. And I walked, and I was granted access inside the ropes, and I walked.
You were the caddy, right?
9 holes. I was not the caddy. Stokely was the caddy
Okay, Stoke
for
was the
Payton.
caddy.
This was the pro-am.
Oh, right.
And I walked 9 holes with Wyndham Clark, who shot out from here,
Yeah.
made a hole in one yesterday in the par 3 contest. Incredible. But in the second half of the round, I walked with the Canadian Adam Hadwin. Dude, he and his caddy were talking about golf like it was physics. I'm talking about stuff that I've never even heard of was on their radar, and they're judging stuff like by the inches type deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just next level of an education that I unfortunately couldn't even be a sponge to because I'm so far removed from that level of play. It sounds like they're speaking Greek. But my question for you and Drew and Dante, it's an old question. This was a debate like a couple of years ago, but I'm watching these guys on these Augusta greens, and I have to ask, do you think if you put the ball at the furthest point on every green, could you put the ball in the hole with less strokes than the guys teeing off hundreds of yards away from the tee box?
Oh.
Do you think that you would be capable of doing that?
I'm going to be real, no. Like, I don't have the touch. You know, I try to bend down to look at, like, where the green is and how it's leveled. I can't figure out how to do that. Z, they would catch up with me, and they would be able to get there before I even can put it in.
Yeah. Drew, do you think if they – and you're pretty good at golf. Among us 4 here, you're the best player.
Mm-hmm, probably.
Dante, you think you're better than Drew?
I think I could beat Drew.
We're pretty comparable.
Okay.
Dante and I are.
Yeah, I think we're similar level.
Well, we need to get together, guys, again and go golf.
We do.
I'd give a small edge to Drew. Because of the consistency. Do you think if you put the ball at the furthest level of every green, would you be able to make it in less strokes than these pros teeing off in the traditional way?
And we're talking about at Augusta.
At Augusta specifically with those greens.
So I drive the ball pretty well. My iron game's pretty good. The worst part of my game is on the green. I struggle to not 3-putt on my local muni, let alone at Augusta National. So if I put the ball the edge of a green every single time, no chance would I beat even the worst player on the PGA Tour. There's no chance I would beat them. They would outscore me, and I probably wouldn't even break 100 if we're being honest.
Ooh-wee.
Dante, who has a very high view of his athletic self, once said, I have a better arm and am more accurate than Sam Ellinger, Broncos quarterback who played at Texas.
I stand by that.
DG, man. What are you
Wait,
doing?
Phil, we'll go to the football field, we'll run some routes, and then you'll see.
Oh, my gosh. Dante,
No.
do you think you would be able to, putting the ball at the furthest point of every green, would you make it in less strokes than the guys teeing off from the tee box?
Absolutely not. Especially at Augusta, where if you put it in the wrong spot, and in this case I don't get to pick where it is, you're just screwed.
You're screwed.
I mean, you're putting up, and then it's coming right back to you if it's in the wrong spot, or it's flying off the other edge of the green. So, no, those greens are just ridiculous, and if you're in a bad spot on those, there's just no way out.
Crazy. I agree with all you guys. There's no way.
What
and I'm not like the world's worst putter. Like that's like
Actually, you actually do a good job.
Yeah, you're not a
putting,
bad putter
man.
at all.
But I do not have the level of confidence or the level of ignorance to believe that I would be making it in less strokes. I'm watching these guys struggle mightily.
No, I'm getting a 5 or a 7 on most holes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What do you think your overall score would be if you shot at Augusta?
Considering that it's a good day when I break 100.
And that's 99 for you.
Barely break. Dude, I'm not picky. If it's a 99, it's a 99.
Oh, for sure.
My thing is I can't get off the tee with any sort of consistency. So if I actually played Augusta and played like actual golf rules, I'm gonna say I'm shooting a 230.
230. Wow.
230.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, all right. So I've been fortunate enough to play 2 PGA Tour courses. Well, technically 3 now with Castle Pines. I played Torrey Pines. I played TPC Scottsdale, and I played Castle Pines Golf Club.
Big man
But
on
this
campus.
is another animal.
This is a whole other ball game. I mean, the lowest I shot was an 86 at Torrey Pines, And that
which is incredible.
That was a spectacular, like unbelievable, like out of nowhere day.
Look at Drew bragging about it. I shot an 86, man. Like, what?
Well, it shocked myself how well I played that day. It was unbelievable.
Dante, do you not?
He still doesn't believe
you're
it.
not.
Are you guys, well, you called it incredible. Are you familiar with the Duke lacrosse 30 for 30? Incredible lies. That's what I would.
Wait! You're comparing my golf score at Torrey Pines to the Duke lacrosse game?
No, but
wasn't that like a rape case or something? Goodness gracious!
I'm talking about the title of it, "Incredible Lies," guys, not the actual story.
Wow.
Of it.
God Almighty!
So DG, you think he's lying?
Yes.
Oh.
That's crazy. Drew would not lie
I
about
would not
that.
lie.
I'm not saying he doesn't believe it. I think he just didn't exactly score it.
Well, Drew also did say he can hit Kyle Freeland pitch.
He said that too.
He did, you know.
The bravado from behind the glass is wild. So what would you shoot?
I would probably shoot about a 115, 120.
Oh, I think you'd beat. No, I think you're outside of your
two.
realm. I think you're outside of your realm. Dante, well, what would you shoot at Augusta?
180 to 250.
180 to 250. Yeah, I'm saying 230 for myself. How many strokes does Phil get? And why does it start with a 4?
I was going to say, does he break 300? He has to get a new sleeve of balls after the second hole.
Oh my god!
I'm just gonna go dive into the pond and get my balls, man.
But what if it was like Augusta National, let's say in like September, when it's not set up for the Masters, with different rough and stuff like that?
I think it's irrelevant as long as those greens are those greens and the length of these courses these days, these PGA courses. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. There's 6 guys on the day that are -1. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And everyone else is even or plot like guys.
We need to find out what Stokely shot, because Stokely's been lucky enough to play Augusta.
Yes.
And a couple of us have played with Stokely. We know where his game was right before he played Augusta. It's better now than it was before.
Yeah, he's real good right now. I think he's like a 6 or something.
I think he said he shot like a 76 the other day.
Oh, Stokely's
Yeah.
going.
He's picked it up from compared to what we played before.
Drew, you're not shooting a 115 at Augusta. I'm sorry.
In September. On the front 9.
All right.
In any month, on any day, in any year. Never is going to be a 115.
All right. Sorry that segment got sabotaged. This weekend will be the first look at Deion Sanders' new approach in Boulder. One, by the way, that is getting some love on the national level. We'll tell you who said what next.
The Avalanche just clinched the top seed in the West. But here's the twist. They've been absolute killers on the road. So now the question is simple. Is home ice advantage actually overrated? If the Avs are this good anywhere, maybe the playoffs come down to the team not in the building.
You always want to have home ice, especially in a Game 7. I think it matters the most. But are the Avs even a better bet on the road? They have more road wins this season than they have at home. They have the best road record in the NHL. They're currently tied for the most road wins in a season, franchise best, with 26. And they're currently on a 5-game road win streak, and they're 11-1 in their last 12 road games. So how big a deal is it that they just wrapped up home ice?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Soda weight loss is state of the art. You've heard me say that for years and years now. Why? Because it's so true. And SodaDietNutrition.com is the website you need to go to, or call them up 1-866-800-SODA. Listen, I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaDietNutrition.com, and I'm never going back. Haven't gained the weight back. Why? Because I know how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. All thanks to my friends at Soda Weight Loss. Soda Diet and Nutrition. You can join Soda for a short time to have results that last a lifetime. Join now, and your partner joins free. It's 2 people with real accountability for the price of 1. Online, SodaDietNutrition.com, or call them up 1-866-800-SODA. And just having that real nutritionist, having that program in place to help you lose the weight, it means everything. And right now, when your partner can join for free, with you get 2 people, real accountability, the price of 1, it's a no-brainer. SodaDietandNutrition.com is where you need to go. Soda Diet Nutrition, they're state of the art.
Ent is becoming wings. It's a big change. But we're not changing the way we show up for our communities, or our personal service, or the people who provide it. We're not changing locations. We're not even replacing the coffee machine. But we are changing our name. We'll probably even get some new pens. It'll be a big day for pen people. And Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
Your home should be comfortable year-round, but old windows let the cold seep in during winter and the heat creep in during summer. That's money walking out the door. When you need new windows, call Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. They're Colorado's oldest Infinity by Marvin dealer. Family-owned with decades of experience guiding homeowners just like you. Stop losing money. Start adding value. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Online at windowsforyourhome.com.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has stood beside Colorado families after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion won, we know how to fight for you. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit willhitewins.com. That's willhitewins.com.
Low testosterone can be a real problem for many men. It causes poor sleep patterns, decreased energy, low sex drive, and it makes it really hard to stay in shape. And as we all know, a healthy body is very important to our overall health and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if some or all of these symptoms sound like you, we can likely help you be done with low T. We can also help you lose weight, support your metabolism, improve your gains in the gym, and more with our new targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more. Our low T protocols, applied in conjunction with our body composition plans, will help most men see real improvements, true weight loss, higher energy, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and a renewed sex drive as well. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Physical therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Drew Brees here. Whether you're on the field or on the road, having the right team on your side makes all the difference. I learned that the hard way. On the field, you don't go anywhere without a solid O-line. And when your car breaks down, you want that same kind of protection. That's why I trust CarShield. Their protection plans help you tackle expensive repairs so that you're not blindsided.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
This wasn't how Patrick pictured himself in retirement. Instead of playing golf every day, he could barely walk because of his severe knee pain.
It hampered everything because it hurt to walk around the golf course. It hurt to swing, just pretty much hurt doing anything.
But the groundbreaking regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics changed everything for Patrick. QC Kinetics uses your body's own healing properties to help repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, hips, back, and shoulders. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime.
The turnaround's been amazing from where I was to where I am now. I've gone from a 15 handicap down to a 7 handicap. That's because my knees allow me to play golf like I haven't been able to play probably in 15 years.
Don't let joint pain keep you from doing what you love. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Saturday.
It's time!
2 electric title fights, one night only. Yuri Prohaska versus Carlos Ulberg.
UFC gold will hang in the balance.
And Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira.
This is an unbelievable card.
Stream every fight free with your Paramount Plus subscription. No more pay-per-view. UFC 327, Saturday at 9. Streaming on Paramount Plus.
Driving fun and excitement are at the Colorado Auto Show.
From family SUVs to high-end luxury and sports cars.
Hybrid innovation to trucks and off-road.
Friday through Sunday, Colorado Convention Center.
ColoradoAutoShow.com.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is Swish. SWISH. Text SWISH to 303-713-1043 right now, and you could win a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card and qualify for the $1,000 grand prize. That's Swish to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
What I'd really love to do is just recap everything that just happened in our commercial break between these fools. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously. Like, I'm actually jealous of Drew's and Dante's ignorance. Like, I'm jealous. Like that.
Some people call it confidence. Some people call it ignorance.
Oh my gosh. So funny. So funny. So funny. We got to shift gears because I said we'd get to this for a second time. We got to do it. So this weekend will be the first look at Deion Sanders' new approach in Boulder. One, by the way, that is getting love on the national level. I was reading Bill Connolly of ESPN, and he's covered college football for a long time, and he listed his favorite portal classes, and CU was actually ranked third.
All right.
Ranked third in the whole country. And a couple, I'll just as a primer moving forward, some of his favorite transfers were a linebacker, Gideon Lamprin from Bowling Green, who had 123 tackles, 18 and a half tackle for losses. Wide receiver Danny Scudero, who is an absolute problem. I've put eyes on this young man at San Jose State. I don't know if he finished up as the nation's leader, but at one point he was leading the nation in receiving, almost 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns last year for San Jose State. Wide receiver Cam Perry from Miami of Ohio, coming off a great year. But here's what Bill Connolly said about Deion Sanders' portal class. Quote, "As always, Deion Sanders needed a lot of help from the portal. Too much, perhaps. Last year's defense, top 18 defenders are gone." Phil, that's insane.
No, it's crazy. That and the defense coordinator gone.
Right.
So,
and the D-line coach gone.
And the D-line coach gone.
The D-line coach was at a pageant tweeting while his defensive line was hitting the portal.
Well, actually, two defensive line coaches gone. Pecco ends up going to the league.
That's right.
And then Mr. Sapp.
Mr. Warren Sapp.
Pylon.
Oh, my God. Just as a perfect microcosm for last season is Sapp kicking over the pylons. Connolly goes on to say, but this is the first time in his 4 seasons where it seemed like there was a genuine plan in place, at least as much as you can hope for from a 43-man class. Colorado really leaned into known production this time around and added players who produced more than 3,600 receiving yards, more than 1,100 rushing yards, and almost 1,000 tackles and more than 110 tackles for loss. He finishes by saying, the Buffs also brought in 5 offensive linemen who started games at the power conference level, plus 2 big FCS starters. They landed 3 300-pound defensive linemen, and Lamprin is exactly the type of sideline-to-sideline force Colorado's defense has lacked. If former blue-chip quarterback Julian Lewis is ready for the spotlight, he'll have a remarkably well-tested roster around him, end quote. What do you make of it?
I'm excited. One, I'm going to start by saying this. I'm excited for this year because I do believe that Coach Prime, he took a different approach. He did his homework when it comes to Brendan Marion, the offensive coordinator with the go-go offense. I think that's going to be a great thing to see. We're going to see a lot more running than passing this year. Believe that. I think for Coach Prime, I think he went in there and he invested his time by really watching, dissecting these players that he's bringing in from these so-called lower divisions, but they're ready to play. They're hungry. I think he said something interesting too, Z, when he was on the podium talking about he even evaluated the parents, which is so important because like your parents are going to tell you a lot about that kid, or the kid's going to tell you a lot about what the parents are doing. For example, my sister's a head volleyball coach with the Memphis Tigers over there.
Which we still need some gear, by the way.
I told her that the other day. She said she's going to send it, so hopefully she's not lying to us. But we're going to get some gear, Z. And she said that she didn't end up offering this one girl because her parents were just too sporadic. And it's like you could tell by how the kid was acting, like she feeds off the parents, and the parents just are just too inconsistent. We didn't end up going that route because we didn't want a headache. So I think Coach Prime did a great job of like evaluating the parents when they're coming in there on these visits and stuff, because we know Prime probably not on the road.
He's not on the road.
So he's having the parents
He's
come
on the
here.
road. He's just not in living rooms.
There you go. So they're coming to Coach Prime, and he's evaluating the parents as well. So I think that the approach just in general is just different this year. Prime knows he has to win. He has the right kids in the building that want to compete, that want to win games. And so now for Juju Lewis, it's going to come down to, can you be that quarterback that they need? Can you be explosive and get everybody involved? And then, or can we get some running backs that can sustain drives?
Well, I've communicated to you a couple months ago, I really do like this approach from Deion Sanders and Colorado. Instead of saying, hey, well, you know, the receiver from Texas who didn't play, he's hitting the transfer portal and he's going to come here. And he had a Longhorn on his helmet, you know? And so it's like, no, and I know they're not actually saying that out loud, but instead of taking washouts who didn't play at the highest level, go find guys who are known commodities, who have produced at a high level in college football, whether it's FCS, non-Power 4, whatever, and just like give them the promotion that is Colorado in the Big 12, instead of taking the demoted players from Texas and Alabama and Clemson. So I really do like the approach. We'll see if it translates to wins and losses, because everyone thinks they got better, right? Everyone thinks they got better. So this weekend it will be the first peek at the revamped operation. I don't know what you can learn in a spring game. Is there anything that you would be looking for from this weekend?
Just how everybody is operating. Is it clean? Are they getting, specifically for the offense, are you getting in and out of the huddle? All right, for Juju, are you making some really good passes when they ask you to, right? The opportunities. Are you being smart with the football? It's just like, how do they conduct themselves? Because it's going to be fast. It's going to be about an hour. You're not going to show a lot.
Right.
But are you competing? That's what I want to know. Are you guys competing, or are you just out there just to have some fun? And if you're competing and it looks clean and the operation is clean, then you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm curious what the go-go offense is going to look like.
Yeah.
You know, here in Colorado. Moving from UNLV to Boulder. So we'll see. We'll get that sneak peek this weekend. Okay. Frozen was in theaters the last time the Nuggets were this hot. That's next.
Get ready, Broncos country. This is the event you've been waiting for. Join Peyton Manning, Emmanuel Sanders, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, Aqib Talib, TJ Ward, and Coach Gary Kubiak as they reunite to relive their legendary Super Bowl 50 run. It's Night of Champions, a live, unforgettable show packed with stories, memories, and a behind-the-scenes look at one of the greatest seasons in NFL history. And Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan wants you to be there. Enter now for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets at DenverSports.com/champions. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime night with the heroes of Super Bowl 50.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are thinking about popping that question here soon. And if that is the case, then you know you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers. So whether you're starting that next chapter with your perfect diamond engagement ring, or celebrating a new milestone, or finally just doing something special for yourself for once, because all of us deserves to be spoiled once in our life, this is where it's all going to begin. Imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, in the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secret to the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue, and also in Inglewood, at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
At Belco Credit Union, we want to make your dream renovation a reality. Maybe that means a modern kitchen upgrade or a luxurious new bathroom. With Belco's Home Equity Choice line, you can get easy access to funds with the freedom and convenience of a home equity line of credit, plus the security and stability of a home equity loan. Plus, Belco is also offering low rates for qualified borrowers. Learn more at belco.org/choiceline. Belco is an equal opportunity housing lender. Belco, banking for everyone.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
When the Nuggets are knocking down threes, you score too. If Denver hits 15 or more three-pointers, you score a free 28-ounce Gatorade Lower Sugar the very next day at your friendly King Soopers. Gatorade Lower Sugar is scientifically formulated with Gatorade's #1 proven electrolyte blend and has 75% less sugar than Gatorade Thirst Quencher and no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. Big shots deserve next-level hydration. Only at King Soopers.
2026 is shaping up to be an amazing year to buy a home in Colorado. If you've been dreaming about getting into your first place, upgrading for more space, or downsizing for a simpler lifestyle, now is a smart time to start planning. And the first step is easy. Get pre-approved. With American Financing, you can get it done in 24 hours or less, so you'll know exactly what you can afford before you start shopping. Rates have been dropping, home prices are steady, and more homes are hitting the market. You could score the right home at the right price and lock in a monthly payment that fits your budget without stretching yourself thin. And unlike renting, every payment you make goes toward your future, not your landlord's. And here's a misconception we'd love to bust. You do not need 20% down. Many buyers purchase with as little as 3% down. So if home ownership is on your 2026 goals list, let's make it happen. Call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans, at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 1823334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
303 Law 4040. Want to share one of the best compliments we've ever received. Had a listener call in to 303 Law 4040. His name was Peter. His wife was viciously attacked in a dog bite incident. So we set up a time to have him come in, and I met with him at length while his wife was recovering at the hospital. A couple days later, my wife recognized the number. She had spoken to Peter before. So when the phone call came in, she said, "Peter!" It was actually Peter's wife. She said, "How did you know?" She says, "Well, we love our clients." She was just surprised that we recognized the number. We had her come in, we met with her, and she says, "You know, I feel like we're your only clients. It's really awesome." We're not your only clients, are we? No, they're not our only clients, but what a compliment that our clients feel valued and that we treat them with such a high level of service. If you ever need us, that's the type of service you will get too. It's Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Are you considering GLP-1 injections for weight loss? Before you start, ask yourself this. Are you prepared to spend $3,000 to $5,000 per year and stay on the medication long term to maintain the results? Many prescription weight loss injections require weekly shots, and when the medication is stopped, weight regain is common. And here's something most people don't realize. Research shows a significant portion of weight loss can come from muscle, which may slow your metabolism and make keeping weight off even harder. At Colorado Fat Loss, they take a different approach. Their doctor-developed program helps men and women lose 20 to 40 pounds in just 60 days safely and naturally. No injections, no synthetic hormones, no long-term dependence. Instead, they use real food to reset your metabolism, control hunger and cravings naturally, and help your body burn fat, not muscle. Right now, you can schedule a free phone consultation to see if the program is right for you. Go to coloradofatloss.com. That's coloradofatloss.com.
Results may vary.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Michigan with pregame starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach Vai and Phillip Lindsay.
Frozen was in theaters the last time the Nuggets were this hot.
Damn. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
We still watch that movie till this day.
Same.
Just
and I still
turn it
like
on.
it.
Yeah.
I still like Frozen, but
Olaf, and it's a good movie.
who's your favorite character? Is it Olaf? Phil?
It's Olaf. It's Olaf. I'm not gonna go with Elsa. Olaf, it is.
Olaf, it is.
It's summer.
For me too. It's summer. All right. Hey, playoff season is upon us. We'll get to that conversation in just a second, but we want to help you get ready with some new gear for your favorite team. Enter for your chance to win a daily $50 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card and a possible grand prize of $1,000. All you have to do is listen for the keyword every hour between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. and then text it to 303-713-1043 before that hour ends. The more keywords you enter, the more chances you have to win. For more info and a complete rules list, you can visit DenverSports.com/keyword. Man, 10 wins in a row for the first time in 13 years. I mean, you consider, like, the Lakers had a 10-game win streak this season. The Spurs had a 10-win game streak. The Thunder won 10 games in a row. The Hawks won 10 games in a row. For whatever reason, man, the Nuggets have got to 9 a handful of times over the years, but notching their 10th win for the first time since Barack Obama was the president, for the first time since Peyton Manning was winning MVP for the Broncos. Nuggets won 10 games in a row for the first time since legalization of recreational marijuana was being rolled out in Colorado.
Man.
Miley Cyrus, a wrecking ball, was on
that was a banger.
Top of the charts the last time the Denver Nuggets
That was a banger.
won 10 games in a row. So pretty cool. They accomplished something last night.
Yeah, and you know what, Z? Like, you called your shot earlier before the month started that you thought that this team was going to go finish it out 12-2. 12-2. And right now, I don't see them losing another game. I do know that they got the Thunder and the Spurs coming up. I don't believe that the Thunder are going to play their guys such as SGA, although they're still stacked. I believe that the Nuggets will be able to beat them. They have to beat them at least once before they go into the postseason just to feel good about themselves. And then, of course, for the Spurs aren't going to be playing for anything either. They're locked in that number 2 spot. And so we should be able to run the table these last 2 games and go 13-1. It'd be 13-1. You call your shot, pat yourself on the back here soon, Z, like you always like to do, and we move on from there.
Well, we'll see if they can win these last 2 games. I think they're not going to come easy. The depth of a roster like the Thunder, even if they sit some guys, is it'll still be on display. But we'll see. We'll take it as it comes. OKC in town tomorrow night. Or they just may say, you want to know what? Like, because you would think that the Thunder would not want to see Jokic and the Nuggets in the second round. And the 3rd seed, unlike San Antonio in the 2nd seed, the 3rd seed, it's not locked in. It's not locked in for Denver. So they're still very much playing for something. I don't know Oklahoma City's approach tomorrow night. I just don't know. They may say, we're really not that bothered by you. We don't care if you're in our side of the bracket in the second round. So we'll see how it all shakes out. We can talk about that game tomorrow. But last night was really something to behold for several different reasons. The first half was the most unserious half of basketball I think I've ever seen.
I'm sitting there shaking my head like, damn, like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, why are you, and I'm talking about the Denver Nuggets right now, why are you guys playing with them? Like, just find a way to finish them off so that you guys are sitting there in the second half relaxing.
Well, they were down at halftime.
Yes.
The Denver Nuggets were. Memphis had 8 guys. And, or I guess 9, because Todd Gibson is still existing in the NBA. But it was crazy that they came out of halftime. The defense for the Nuggets was almost worse than it was in the first half, where they allowed Memphis to score 72 points in the first 2 quarters. Now, I just need to say this for frame of reference so we're all on the same page in how bad Denver's defense has been, despite winning these games. Up until this week, Denver allowed a team to score 72 points in the first half twice. They've now done it in 3 straight games. So the defense is not necessarily getting better.
It looks like it's a trend. Like the Denver Nuggets are relying on their offense and high pace, and they're going to score a bunch of points. But we know how it is. I'm going to say it like I always do, and everybody gets tired of me saying it. Defense wins championships, and you can't just flip that switch and think you're going to play good defense all game long. That's my thing. Being consistent in a 7-game series, that's going to be hard for the Denver Nuggets to do because they've never done it before.
Well, you used the phrase just now. You said, I don't think they're going to be able to flip that switch. Don't tell Jamal Murray that.
Just weather and storms. There's a few games in there where we could have just rolled over and stuff, but I think guys just staying with it, what we've said in the huddle, the way we we'll have to call a timeout and then come out and have an 8 or 10-2 run. So I think those are really positive, where we can just kind of flip the switch and get back to what we do at a high level.
So we'll see.
Playing with fire, man.
It is a little bit. It is a little bit. I mean, they're one of the league's worst defenses. I know what it looks like when they buckle down. And I'll tell you, the year that they won the championship in 2023, man, when it came to crunch time defense, they were among the best. And I haven't quite seen that this year.
Well, KCP was one of them. That was KCP. Christian Brown was young.
Yep,
He was
AG.
spry.
Yep.
AG, another one.
Yep, a few years ago, more healthier.
Yeah, so you have those 3 guys that could hold it down. Who are the 3 for the Denver Nuggets going into the postseason right now, Z?
Well, I think the 3 best defenders on the roster are Aaron Gordon, Peyton Watson, and Spencer Jones. All 3 of them are either suffering or have suffered from the same exact injury.
That's insane.
A right hamstring pull.
So the 3 guys that you just listed, 2 guys are out.
Correct.
And the other one, AG, we have to hold our breath every time he steps on the court right now because you just don't know what you're going to get out of him when it comes to his health.
Correct. So despite the 10-game win streak, it's not rainbows and puppy dogs either. Like, there's some context here as well. And part of that context, and I can't believe this is real. So they go into halftime, the Nuggets are down. They come out of the third quarter, and Memphis is still playing well. And the head coach polls Walter Clayton. So the 3 best players last night for Memphis, Walter Clayton, Cedric Howard, and Taylor Hendricks. Don't worry, you don't know these guys. Don't worry about it. They were the 3 best players. Dude, it was like 3 minutes into, it might even been sooner, but I think it was like 3 minutes into the second half, those 3 guys got pulled. When I say that the organization is actively trying to lose and they cannot suffer a crucial win, they have to lose.
So the Jazz did the exact same thing earlier. They pulled
did.
somebody.
Kyle Filipowski from Duke, yeah.
And so you have Grizzlies doing it as well. Like, this is embarrassing, man.
It is. And this is why Adam Silver is going to change the construct of the sport in the offseason, because this has gotten so far out of hand that you have 1/3 of the league in a race to lose as many games as they can. So last night was another example of it. They ended up putting those 3 guys back in the game once it got to be a comfortable Nuggets lead. It's just hysterical.
Get back in there and get your points, guys.
I have to laugh so I don't cry because it's just such a bad look for the league. But despite that, Nuggets get it done. In the process of getting it done, Tim Hardaway Jr. passed Michael Porter Jr. for the most threes made in any single season for second all-time. Jamal Murray, number 1 this season with 245 made threes. Tim Hardaway is now number 2 in any season in the history of the franchise with 221 made threes.
If you ask me, like, who has been the most consistent Denver Nugget, of course somebody would say Jokic, but he has been banged up and at times questionable with some of his decisions not to score. Jamal Murray has been very consistent, but Tim Hardaway Jr. coming off the bench, shooting his shot, one thing he's going to do is shoot. He has been so consistent. He has been available for the Denver Nuggets. You said earlier 79 games, with 2 games left in the season for the Denver Nuggets and Tim Hardaway Jr. And he's been a guy that you can rely on no matter what. He's going to bring the spark. He knows his role as a role player. And we don't win a lot of these games when Jokic and some of the guys have been out if Tim Hardaway Jr. is not on our team.
Nope.
This man's the 6th man of the year in my eyes, in my heart, because I know the man's not going to win it with the NBA, with other guys that are involved, and some other guys that may end up jumping over him.
Yeah, it's going to be Keldon Johnson more than likely from San Antonio, but Jamal Murray agrees with you.
I mean, he's 6th man of the year. He's really a starter for us, playing his minutes, same minutes as a starter, guarding some of the best players. Just a real professional, honestly, real professional, same energy, same mentality every single night. Real consistent in that regard, and so it's always good to have somebody that you can rely on. Not just put the ball in the hoop, but for their energy and their leadership every single night.
I think these guys should have been advocating louder earlier in the year. It's so late in the game. There's 2 games left, and I don't think people around the country realize how good of a season that Tim Hardaway Jr.'s had. He's got 60 more made threes than the next NBA player that comes off the bench.
Come on, man.
Come
on.
Pretty incredible. All right, shifting gears. Now that the Avs have locked up the top seed in the West, what are the 3 biggest storylines to watch as they finish the season? Also, there is a bit of an overcorrection happening in the national media when it comes to Nikola Jokic, and today it reached new levels. Spoiler, it involves Michael Jordan. We'll get to it all as we're on the doorstep of 35 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Every team's got a tell, and for the Rockies, it's Kyle Freeland. He's the canary in the coal mine. When he's sharp, when he's dealing, when he's got that edge, the Rockies suddenly look alive. But when he's off,
Way out of here!
you feel the whole thing wobble. If Kyle's good, the Rockies are good. It's that simple.
Kyle Freeland is essentially a canary in the coal mine with the Rockies. Like, how are the Rockies doing? That canary's still alive. We're good. We're good enough. You know what I mean? So, yes, I think that Freeland is a bit of the canary in the coal mine there. And when you get quality pitching, hey, this Rocks team can win a little bit more.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
For many of us, it's happened before. Your hair is thinning, crowns disappearing. Maybe the hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. The solution that worked for me, it's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts growing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what if you want your own natural hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to world-class Dr. Tanya Paul's, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's why Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs, because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Looking for a way for your hard-earned money to work hard for you? Open a 13-month CD at 3.75% APY from Ent Credit Union. soon to be Wings Credit Union. With a minimum deposit of only $500, a 13-month term, and a guaranteed annual percentage yield of 3.75%, your future self will thank you. But hurry, this special rate is only for a limited time. Get started today at ent.com/CD special. Rate accurate as of March 1st, 2026 and subject to change without notice. Insured by NCUA.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Have you heard of something called WUI compliance or Wildland Urban Interface? It's a new statewide standard in Colorado. Starting this year, every home will be assigned a fire risk category. Some building departments will begin enforcing WUI rules, so your next siding, decking, roofing, or window project may come with new requirements. Call 5280 Exteriors today, and they'll walk you through the updates, help you stay compliant, and find out what zone you're in. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Your reputation matters. That's why so many landscape professionals choose Gravely. You can save up to 20% on Gravely commercial mowers during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event going on now through the 19th. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Spring is the perfect time to get your AC tune-up before the heat arrives. 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning offers tune-ups, repairs, and replacements 24/7. Book at onehouраircolorado.com.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 1043 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
All right, rolling downhill here on a Thursday. Been a really fun show that has flown by here. And the Avs, just talking about the Nugs, the other tenant at Ball Arena, they've locked up the top seed. All right. The only question is President's Trophy. I think that's going to come super organically. But the rest of the season is pretty academic here, guys. Like these games that are remaining on the schedule, of which there are 5, don't really carry big picture consequence. All right. And it's not that we're not going to stop watching the team or something like that. They host Calgary this evening. I was at the game just a couple weeks ago.
You were, man.
Where they put a crooked number on them. 9 goals. Holy smokes. We were chanting, "We want 10" in the closing minutes of that game. And that's who's back in the house tonight. All right. It's Vegas on Saturday. That's a national televised game on ABC, by the way. But most of the heavy lifting is done, Phil. Most of the heavy lifting is done. What do you think are the 3 biggest storylines to finish the season?
Zia, of course, I'm going to go with number 1 being Blackwood. And maybe somebody out there saying, why Blackwood? We know that Wedgwood's starting in between the pipes come postseason. But going into postseason with 2 goalies is better than 1. Right? You want to be able to have confidence in both goalies because something could happen to Wedgie, like something almost happened against the Blues where he's sitting there, he gets his back all messed up, a skate cuts through his knee. Hopefully nothing's wrong with that. I don't think nothing is.
Yeah, I don't think anything.
But you want to make sure that the guy that's going to be backing up Wedgie is ready to go. So for Blackwood, can you build the confidence with these next 5 games? Now, I don't know if Blackwood's going to play in all 5 games, but I would say maybe 3 out of the 5 or 3 out of the 5 is what Blackwood's going to play in, and he needs that for his confidence booster. Everybody around him needs to believe in him as well. And there's times for Blackwood where he's playing and he's lunging at people, right? He's just not comfortable in between the pipes, and that was something that he's never had an issue with the Avs, and now it seems like he is because he's fighting for his spot. In his head, Wedgie is in his head. And so hopefully Blackwood can get right back on pace, get back on time, and he's ready to go come postseason because we're going to need him, man. At some point, he's going to be in between the pipes, and we want to all have confidence come postseason.
Yeah, I think that's the top storyline that has something meaningful that's going to extend into the postseason attached to it. I think there's a few other fun storylines to watch, but that one does have some level of consequence to it for a cup run. So we'll see what it looks like tonight. Hopefully, he's able to correct course. His last game was the 3-2 loss against St. Louis on Sunday night. The game before that was a 4-2 loss against the Winnipeg Jets. So
he's 0-2 in April right now, Z.
Yeah, not good.
No.
Not good. Beyond Blackwood, and I do agree with you that is the number one storyline to finish the year. The second top storyline in the last 5 games is Nathan MacKinnon and the Hart Trophy. He is in an absolute coin flip right now. At one point, Nathan MacKinnon was minus money, and this was like 3 years ago. It is between he and Nikita Kucherov, and MacKinnon is plus 110. All right, so a $100 bet. If he were to go on to win the Hart Trophy, you'd win $110. It pays almost 1-to-1. It again, damn near close to a coin flip. He does have a slight advantage by the odds, but I think that he's going to go for this. I think that this is important in the history of Denver sports, widening the footprint of the Nathan MacKinnon era of the Colorado Avalanche. There's never been in any player in the history of the Avs win multiple Hart Trophies. And if he can find a way to do it, he will join only Jokic as players in the history of Denver sports, among the 4 major sports, to have multiple MVPs. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Elway has won back in '87. Larry Walker has won.
Terrell
Davis has won. Peyton Manning has won as a Denver Bronco. So there's not a lot. There's not a lot. There's just one. That's it.
Mr. Jokic himself.
In the history of this town, and MacKinnon can join him in that insanely elite category, I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to go full-fledged to do it.
So does he need a moment, though? So you know how we say like a Heisman moment, a guy in college football, a running back, let's just say, goes for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, throws up the Heisman pose, and it's like, okay, that was the moment we're looking for. I mean, for Nathan MacKinnon, he's been doing that throughout the year where it's just been those big-time moments, but are you looking for a certain moment, or does he need to have a certain moment to where he solidifies this? Because he is in a race still. It's a tight race.
I think that if there's going to be a moment that's impactful, it's going to be one that happens on national television. All right, and the game this weekend on ABC is a candidate, and then Seattle to finish the season is on ESPN. I think that helps, but I don't think I don't think he needs a moment. I think he's got a library of moments stacked through this year. What I do think needs to happen, he needs to finish the season as the top goal scorer in the league. Right now, he's got a 2-goal lead on number 2. He's got 51 goals. Next is 49. He's third in points. All right, so if he wins the Rocket Richard, who's that gets awarded annually for the top goal scorer, if he finishes with that and he's on the team that's the number 1 team in the entire league, I think that will be enough. But he's got to keep the scoring up. And he had a chance the other night to put it in the empty net, and it looked like he was looking for Val Nichushkin, who had been sitting on 2 goals. And that's what you do. That's the right thing to do as a teammate.
Yeah, that's a great teammate.
But a part of me was like, dude, put that in the back of the net right now. I would love for him to win the Hart. I think that's the second biggest storyline here in the last week of the season.
And you know what? I think his teammates, because they know that they have had this wrapped up, they're going to beat Calgary tonight. They're going to get the 1 point. So they're going to be able to have everything and more. And I think his teammates are going to help him out. They're going to feed him. If they go on power plays, when there's a penalty, they're going to put my boy Nate Dogg in that left circle, his home, and he's going to have a chance to just go at it to get those goals. And I think everybody's going to be on the same page. The other thing I'm looking for, Z, is how does Bednar keep his guys fresh, right, when it comes to injuries? We don't need another Kel situation. Now, we know that if the playoffs came rolling around tomorrow or tonight, Kel would be playing. But you don't need, other guys going out. Kadri, we don't know when he's going to come back. We know he'll be back, but he's dealing with some type of upper body injury. My guessing is a finger or a wrist. So what does Bednar do to make sure that he keeps his guys fresh? Less ice time, right? Does he switch the top 6 and put them on the bottom and put the bottom 6 on the top? Like, what do you do moving forward so that you can still build some momentum, get your starters going, but don't get them hurt, man, because you did all this work and you need all your guys, your top guys, those stars to be ready to play.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. And I think, Bednar will organically kind of go about it that way that you suggested, or you could see guys just sit. Like, it wouldn't shock me if Nathan McKinnon is just in street clothes, watching the team from a suite at a certain point in time.
ZB suite, that is.
You got Netchus also sitting on 95 points. Can he accumulate 5 more points in the next 5 games to be a 100-point guy?
Can he do it?
I think he's going to. As long as he's out there, I think he's going to do it. He's coming off a game where he had a goal that was set up by Nate. He's just been blistering since the Olympic break. I can't see it slowing down. He is also hyper aware that he's sitting on a career high 95 points. He'd love to get to 100. Who wouldn't? So that's a fun one too.
If you're Netchus, just assist Nate Dogg. All right, just keep giving him the puck.
There you go.
And at some point, the puck's going to go in the back of the net for Nate Dogg, and you get an assist, and you get your 100 points. There you go.
And then the President's Trophy, I think that's going to just handle itself.
Yep.
I think it's going to take care of itself. So I think those are like the 3. I think it's Blackwood that you mentioned. I think it's Nathan McKinnon finishing off a Hart Trophy campaign, and Marty Netchus race to 100 points. I think those are the 3 top storylines here with the final 5 games of the season staring us right in the face here starting tonight. All right, this is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive, powered by Regen RX.
Woo! Let's get it, Z.
Rolling downhill.
Put me in.
Well, you can get in the game of sort if you want to join the 2015 Denver Bronco greats like Peyton Manning, Emmanuel Sanders, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, Aqib Talib, TJ Ward, Coach Gary Kubiak as they look back at their Super Bowl 50 run. Night of Champions is a live show. It's going to feature a dynamic panel discussion, football stories, memories, giving fans an all-access look at one of the greatest seasons in football history. And Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan wants you to be there. Enter now at denversports.com/champions for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets. All right, shifting gears here a little bit. I want to get into a correction that is happening at the national level as just a couple games left in the NBA season, all right? And it wasn't too long ago, Phil, that I was watching guys on national television put Nikola Jokic 4th on their MVP ballot. We saw him slip to 3rd in the straw poll behind Victor Wembanyama. Now, those votes were cast before the head-to-head matchup between Wemby and Jokic. I was listening to Bill Simmons and Kevin O'Connor, 2 really smart basketball guys, say that if they were picking between Jokic and Wemby to have for just next year, not like, hey, you're starting a team, who would you rather have, Wemby or Jokic, right? That's most people are going to say Wemby.
Go with the youth.
And I would go with Wemby if you're starting a new team starting next year. But the question was it's just for next year. It's self-contained within next season. And they both said Wemby. And this week, I think in some ways you're seeing at the national level a course correction. I'm hearing Stephen A. Smith, who at one point in time called Jokic a tub of lard.
Damn.
A handful of years ago.
You ask him that, he's going to say he forgot. He never said that. He's going to say, I forgot about that.
He is really falling all over himself, praising Jokic, saying in an MVP discussion, it's impossible to have without this guy. I'm running out of adjectives to describe his greatness. And that was earlier in the week. You had Colin Cowherd here in the last 24 hours falling over himself, praising Jokic and his greatness and trying to frame it in his own creative way. And then you had Dan Lebitard, who has been a fun voice here for decades out of the Miami area and at the national level as well. And their show took a turn here. Listen to Dan Lebitard.
Jokic is a better offensive player than Michael Jordan. Yeah. So brave. Yeah. I'm sorry it took me a long time to get here. I am now here. Everyone should capitulate. There has never been a better offensive player than that loaf of bread. And you're not comfortable with it because you want it to be a wing guy and you want it to be somebody who soars through the air. And I'm sorry that this guy ruined basketball for you, but he's better as an offensive player than any that the sport has ever seen.
Okay, so if I asked you, you have one game. Michael Jordan and Nikola Jokic. You're taking Jokic?
That's not what I said.
But I'm asking a different question.
Good question. But it's not what I said. I said he's the best offensive player I have ever seen. I could give you all of the numbers and metrics of how champion the Nuggets are when he plays, offensively and defensively, because he's also good defensively. He clogs everything up. They're not the same thing defensively. The excellence is unprecedented at the top of what these people are doing. Like, you can take the MVP from that guy if you like, but there's never been a better offensive player. And you can argue on behalf of Michael Jordan, and you can say one game, all the players that ever played, but we're watching one right now who's
You could argue for Michael Jordan being a good basketball player.
You can. But you can make the argument on the other side, and it'll be hair splitting. Like, whatever it is you're doing to reduce my Jokic argument, you're doing it by this margin. We are watching genuine mastery in basketball, but everybody's mad at basketball for an assortment of very good reasons.
All right. It was a conversation that definitely caught some people off guard.
A lot of people off guard.
Did
Caught me off guard.
Did it catch you off guard?
Oh, yeah. See, I mean, we're talking about Michael Jordan here. And you're talking about somebody saying that Jokic is the best offensive, because I have to say offensive player.
Yes, it's not better player.
Yes. Offensive player than Michael Jordan. That's going to ruffle some feathers right there, because it's MJ, the greatest player to ever play this game. All right, made offense look so easy, but then again, made defense look so easy as well. I don't know how I feel about that, Z. I don't know if I'm willing to accept that just yet. And it's no shade towards Jokic, because Jokic is the best player to play this game right now. But I have to ask you this question. 10 seconds left in the game. Gotta have it. Basket. All right, offensively, we're looking at not defense. This is offense. Who do you go with?
Well, one, that's not what Le Batard is saying.
No,
okay.
I'm asking.
I would feel comfortable with either guy. Jokic is so incredibly clutch. I mean, the guy has a library to draw from of game-winning shots.
Z, you're the coach, man. You can't put both in the game. Who do you go with?
To take the final shot. Again, this is not the conversation.
No, it's not. It's not.
This is a branch of this tree.
But it's offense.
God, you can't. I'll go with Michael Jordan. I'll go with Michael Jordan. But again, there's no wrong answer there. There is no wrong answer. Like, and the tiebreaker for me, the only reason I'm saying Jordan is because I've seen Jordan finish seasons in the playoffs with no time left on the clock. And I'm thinking of his shot over Craig Elo against the Cleveland Cavs in the postseason. I'm thinking of his shot against the Utah Jazz with 6 seconds left in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. So those are like game-winning shots in the playoffs. Jokic has hit massive shots.
So you go with Michael Jordan with that.
But again, it almost is semantics, because both are so incredibly clutch.
But so then how do you feel about the comments that were made?
Say that again?
How do you feel about the comments that were made then?
I think they're fair. Like, if you're just isolating offense, and I want to be perfectly crystal clear on something.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Michael Jordan's the greatest player to ever step onto a basketball court. If I need to say that like 2 or 3 more times, like I will.
No, we got it.
But if it's just the assertion that Dan Le Batard made that Nikola Jokic is the greatest offensive player of all time, there is an incredible argument to be made by that, because you're not just talking about making shots. You're talking about like being an offensive generator, being an offensive hub. And when you're talking about a guy who is averaging 28 points a game, that's a top 8 number in the sport, but he's also leading the entire sport in assists. Like, that's something that never was on the radar of Michael Jordan, ever. Like, we've never seen anything like this before.
But is there going to be a but with the Michael thing? Because it's 2 different eras.
Definitely.
When it comes to shooting a 3-point shot, if Michael was in this era with the guys that are shooting like they are lights out, Michael probably goes for 11 assists as well, because it's just higher efficiency from the 3-point line. These are, these would be like the arguments,
Yeah, and that's why it is almost unfair to compare eras
Yeah.
because the context and landscape is so different. If Michael Jordan is coming up in this era, he is practicing his three-point shots from the time that he can reach the rim. Like the league wasn't played like that. If you go back and you watch the 1998 finals, his last series with the Chicago Bulls, you'll see 5 defenders hanging out like near the paint. The game was congested. Nowadays, it's so open and spread out because of the gravity of the three-point shot. So, yes, it would be different. Jordan would score more. I think he would score more in this era. And they have really corrected a lot of course in terms of how NBA basketball is officiated following last year's All-Star break. They are letting them play a lot more physical. But it's not to be confused with the era of the 80s and 90s and that level of physicality. And Jordan's averaging 35 points a game in the 87-88 season. And so, yeah, they're not, to use a basketball term, they're not necessarily shooting at the same basket. But I think that it's not like Jordan played in the 40s either. You know what I mean? So, like, this is a guy who was playing basketball at the peak of his powers in the early and mid and late 90s, really. Yeah. But here's my thing. Like, yes, there's definitely an argument to be made. Definitely. And it might be a winning argument. The guy's leading the league in assists. That's offense, right?
Yeah, it is.
So, like, Michael Jordan, for his career, averaged 5 assists a game, okay? Jokic is averaging 11 assists right now. That's offense. A handful of his rebounds, which is number 1 in the NBA for the first time. This has never happened before. And I was mistaken, by the way. I thought Wilt Chamberlain did lead the league in assists 1 year.
He never has?
No. This is never done. What Jokic is doing this year has never been done by any player, even in separate seasons. Like putting puzzle pieces together and putting them, it's never even happened. And he's doing it in the same season. And some of those rebounds are offensive. And the ones that are defensive rebounds, this side of Wes Unseld, Kevin Love, like I've never seen a big man advance the ball up the floor and as often as Jokic does. He does these quarterback passes.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, the man he's great.
He's
great.
He is great. So I am not, look, and you know how I am anyway, I don't like pushing anyone's head down. And I am certainly not going to put my hand on that bald head of Michael Jordan and try to push his head down. I would never.
Oh, man, your hand would burn if you tried to do it.
But like if it's about who, and you're going to have like an actually like nuanced conversation.
Yeah.
Like that you're not just screaming at each other, right? I think not only is there an argument to be made that Nikola Jokic is the greatest offensive engine in NBA history, I think it's the winning argument.
So you're on the other side then. So because I'm on Michael's side still right now. And I know I need to probably dig deeper into this, do a little bit more research to make sure I'm confident. But right now I am confident. And maybe it's just because it's Michael Jordan. And we have all been trained that Michael Jordan, no matter what, you never go against Michael Jordan.
It feels sacrilegious to disagree in any way.
Exactly.
And again, remember, I don't think he's a better player. I would never say that. Jordan's the best. Jordan's the best ever.
Yeah, and you're saying offensively.
Just as an offensive engine.
And so you are on the other side with Jokic now, offensively. Like you agree that Jokic is the best offensive.
I think he's the best offensive engine that we've ever seen.
Then why'd you pick Michael Jordan to take the last shot when I asked you 10 seconds left in the game? I
told you why. I told you why.
But then he can't be the best offensive player if you're still going with Michael.
No, it's two different conversations. That's and
offense.
I mean, you're reshaping what the other guy said on Le Batard's show. Like, well, you have one game to win. He's like, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, and I'm in agreement with Dan Le Batard, is that when you add it all up, we've never seen anything like this. We've never seen anything close to it.
Yeah.
When you think of the greatest centers of all time, you're thinking of
we just did it earlier.
Bill Russell.
Yep.
Shaq, Kareem, Hakeem Olajuwon, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
But Nikola has Shaq's body for most of his career. Young Shaq was an athletic freak, and I'm not confusing Jokic at any point in his existence with Shaq coming out of LSU, who was doing 360s on the breakaway.
Yeah, but they have the same body frame.
Yeah, I'm talking about like big body 7-footers. Imagine Shaq stepping. Shaq couldn't hit free throws. Imagine Shaq stepping out on the perimeter and making 4 or 5 threes in a game. That's Jokic.
Yeah.
Now imagine Shaq's body leading the NBA in assists. That's Jokic. I mean, so like he's the ultimate floor raiser and lifter of other players around him. Everyone has their career years in Denver playing with Jokic. Ask KCP. Ask Will Barton, who 4 years ago went from taking the second most shots on an NBA team to out of the league quicker than a hiccup.
Well, he elevates everybody around him. That's a fact.
He's the ultimate elevator. And so Jordan elevated teams and franchises in different ways by being so domineering and everything that Michael was. Jokic just does it in a different way. But if you're looking at the stats, like the stats tell quite a story with Jokic.
I mean, it's an argument. Like, there's a reason why we're having this conversation right now, because they're so close. I'm not willing to give in and say Jokic is better than Michael Jordan because
as an offensive engine.
Yeah, I feel we have to always say that as an offensive engine, and a lot of it has to do with this too. And I'm going to switch it to defense a little bit. When you have a guy that was so dominant offensively and defensively, and you're putting all your effort out there all the time, then of course one's going to lack. One side of the court's going to lack. So if I'm playing great defense, then I got to turn around and play great offense. I'm not going to be the best version of myself all the time. Whereas someone like Jokic, he's just playing offense. He's not the best defensive player. Let's be real.
I agree.
You know, and so like that's what I take in consideration too. It's like this man is playing all around. Michael Jordan, that is playing everything, which then maybe hinder him a little bit offensively. Whereas if you just told Michael, hey, we want you just to focus on offense, rebounds, assists, and points. You don't think Michael Jordan can do what Jokic just is doing right now in a certain way? I have to say certain way.
No, I understand what you're saying because Jordan was such an impactful, all-out defender that, yes, it probably did impact his offense, that if he became singular-minded in a way that Jordan never would in the first place. But in this scenario, yes, it could. You know, okay. And there's something to be said for that. Jordan, look, there's one point where Michael Jordan is leading the league in scoring, winning the MVP, and winning Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. This is why you really have to separate the conversation and just say offensive engine. But look at Jokic's assists. So he's averaging 11 assists. Let's just say that every one of those assists is a two-pointer, which we know that's not true.
Yeah.
A bunch, probably more than half, because he's such a gravity in the middle of the court. He sprays it out for three. But let's just, for the sake of being super, almost unreasonably conservative, he accounts for another 22 points of offense just with his assists. And so let's just say 25, because a bunch of them are going to be threes.
Yep.
So you have to take a top 8 scorer and then also add in this offensive engine conversation 25 more points. You're talking about like over 50 points of offense accounted for every single night. And that's not including the offensive rebounds, of which he averages 3 per game. And that's not including the defensive rebounds that turn into transition baskets.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's a central part of his game as well. So, oh, man. And then here's the other thing.
Uh-oh.
Quick story. So I'm a youth basketball coach for my son's, 6, 7, and 8-year-old team. And at the start of the year, it was like our second practice, and I see kids like openly getting frustrated at missing shots. And I'm just like, it's like 5 minutes into the second practice. I'm like, okay, we're not doing this. So I call all these kids in. And I said, hey, I'm seeing you guys getting frustrated with missing shots. These kids can barely hit the rim. They're getting mad if they're not making it. And I said, who's the greatest basketball player of all time? And 2 kids yell out at the same time. One says Michael Jordan. The other says Nikola Jokic, right?
Interesting.
And again, they're 6, 7, 8, right? So there's no wrong answer. But those were 2 that jumped out. Those were the 2 first that jumped out. And I had to purposefully go down with my analogy that Michael Jordan wrote. And I'll tell you why here in a second. But what I said to these young kids was, I said, it's my opinion, guys, that Michael Jordan's the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. And I said, Michael Jordan, believe it or not, missed more shots than he took. He shot about 49% from the floor. And so that means he's missing around 51% of his shots. I said, if Michael Jordan can miss more shots than he makes, there's no reason for you starting to play the game of basketball should get frustrated over missing shots. I'm like, I don't want to see it. Like, it can't happen. Like, you're going to miss so many shots in your life. You can't spend your time getting frustrated on it. But the reason I had to purposefully go down the Michael Jordan road is because I wasn't able to make the same statement to the kids if it was Jokic. Because Jokic, despite all of his numbers and a top 8 scorer, number 1 rebounder, number 1 assist, he's also top 10 in field goal percentage. He's making 57% of his shots. That is, so you have these raw numbers, and then you have the efficiency on top of it.
It's insane.
It is insane, Phil.
It's insane.
And we collectively, as a basketball, I feel like we toggle back and forth between, and I'm not saying us here, but I mean coast to coast, toggle back and forth between, hey, we have to remind ourselves of how great this guy is, and then, oh yeah, he had 34, 14, and 14, and it's like, well, that's Jokic. Well, it's like, well, no, let's have a larger, deeper conversation other than that's Jokic being Jokic, like, so.
And you know what, like, and I want it, like, it's crazy too because it's like, dude, we're talking about Jokic. And I feel like I want to defend Michael Jordan, but it's hard to defend Michael Jordan when you're putting the stats out there, what Jokic is doing on a daily basis and how consistent he is. So what if somebody comes to you and says, well, what if Jordan is as big as Jokic and as tall as Jokic? What does he do then?
Well, what if Jokic was as athletic as Mike? It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
but so somebody want to say that just because like they want to win that argument or they're mad,
Yeah.
which is insane. But
I don't think there's a winner or loser to the argument. I'll say that. I happen to agree with Dan Le Batard, and that's why we're talking about this. If you're just joining us, Dan Le Batard said a light bulb came off and that Jokic is the greatest offensive player that he's ever seen, even over Jordan at this point. If you wanted to argue Mike, you're arguing for Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to lose a lot of arguments on behalf of Mike. But if you're willing to go down the road, there's real stuff to point to where it's like, man, this is a larger conversation than I think a lot of people would like to admit. And the winner of the conversation is secondary for me. I think the fact that you're able to have a conversation about Jokic as an offensive engine and put it side by side with Michael Jordan, for me, like that's the point. That's the level that this guy
it just
has
shows
got
how
to.
great this man is.
Yeah, and that this host who has been talking into a microphone for decades in Miami would talk about our guy here in Colorado and say he's better than Mike.
Well, Z, now you have so many people that are coming back and pretty much apologizing to Jokic and saying how they're wrong and how and Stephen A. Smith and so many of these bigger name guys who had these big voices. Could this help Jokic win the MVP? Could this turn things around for Jokic?
I don't think he's going to win the MVP. I do not see a scenario where that happens. But my thing was, and I expressed this to you earlier in the week, is that, or maybe it was last week. We were talking about the straw poll last week.
Straw poll, yep.
And I think that if you're able to have the sentence, Jokic either won the award or finished runner-up for 6 straight years, for 7 straight years, that is an insanely powerful statement, regardless of he wins it or not. But he has to be runner-up. So my hope is not that he, at the 11th hour, passes SGA, because I don't think that's going to happen. 88 first place votes out of the 100
It's insane.
went to SGA. But Wemby finished second. But those votes were cast before the Jokic-Wemby head-to-head. So what I'm hoping is, and it's a good question, because you would think that these guys' voices, Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Bill Simmons, Kevin O'Connor, that they wouldn't impact the local boots-on-the-ground voter, but they might make that voter feel more comfortable doing what he naturally wants to do anyway, and that's cast a vote for Nikola Jokic. So I don't know. I'll just say this too. In terms of because we talk so much about raw numbers, and we are in an analytics era, and pay attention to this how much you want to. There's a stat that is held in very high regard with basketball people around the world called PER, Player Efficiency Rating, and it's a per-minute rating system developed over there in Bristol at ESPN by a columnist, very, very smart basketball guy, who ended up getting hired by an NBA team from the media, John Hollinger. And PER, it's like an all-encompassing thing, almost like QBR.
Yeah.
I say I like that more than quarterback rating because it takes everything into account. According to PER, Nikola Jokic is the greatest basketball player of all time. Now, I don't believe that. I think it's Mike, because when at a certain point, winning championships has to come into the picture,
and
right?
this is why we're pushing so hard, and everybody's pushing so hard for Jokic to get that championship, so he can at least have 2 to be at the dinner table.
To sit next to Hakeem.
Yes, yeah. So yes, championships matter, but also all around, not just offensively, but defensively too. Like, all that matters. And when you have a guy that's doing it all, like Michael Jordan, you have to put that in understand that that's why he's the greatest to ever play this game. He's doing everything at a high level, not just one thing. And I don't want to throw shade at Jokic, because if Jokic really wanted to play good defense, there's times where he plays really good defense.
Yep.
He's just inconsistent, and he's a bigger dude. He's a bigger dude than someone like Michael Jordan.
Yep. So look, it's a fun debate. Again, I think the fact that this debate is being had in the first place is my biggest takeaway, because it's sacrilegious to say anything's not, Mike is not the best. And so, all right, fun conversation. If you want to react to that, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line. Someone says, and I have to just go down this road just for a second. Someone says, how would Shaq and Jokic match up? And I think Shaq would be so aggressive going at Jokic physically, but what Jokic would be able to do that no center did at the time against Shaq is pull his ass out away from the basket.
Yeah, pull him away.
And so, I don't know how that would go. I think both guys would have a lot of success, but one guy has a 3-point shot, the other guy doesn't. One guy's nails from the free throw line, the other guy isn't.
Yeah.
One guy's a shot creator for others, the other guy isn't. And I love Shaq.
Oh,
Love
no,
Shaq.
you don't. No, you don't.
That was my first jersey. I had it pinned. I had Orlando Magic, the black jersey with the blue pinstripes,
Ooh, that's a good one.
up against my wall. I love, and he's still one of my favorite players of all time. My 3 favorite players of all time: Shaq, Kobe, and Jokic. And
you can't beat that list.
So
come on.
But that would be fun. Maybe AI will have it play out or something in 10 years. All right, shifting gears here. Shifting gears. Again, if you want to react to that conversation and get involved, maybe we can read a couple of those on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. They say the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago, and the second best time is right now. Why an old Chinese proverb could intersect with the Broncos' draft strategy. We'll get to it next.
Deion Sanders held another press conference telling everyone the Buffs are going to be improved this year. And hey, confidence is great. Swagger is the brand. But at some point, the speeches stop mattering and the scoreboard starts talking. Maybe this is the season where it's less about the microphone and more about proving it on the field.
Talk to my man. I'm done with the talk from Deion Sanders.
Talk to me.
I don't need to hear Deion Sanders talk anymore about how great everything's going to be and how great all his coaches are and how great all his players are.
You yak.
You need results, Deion.
Yak to me.
This is the year, or else it's done.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you. while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Everything is getting more expensive. Gas, groceries, and especially rent, which can go up every single year. But as a homeowner, you have a secret weapon. While the world gets pricier, a fixed-rate mortgage stays exactly the same. That stability isn't just peace of mind, it's your family's financial foundation. American Financing understands home ownership creates wealth. Every monthly payment builds equity and stacks your net worth on autopilot. It's how the middle class actually wins the long game. Your home is a flexible asset. You can live in it, rent it out for passive income, or pass it down to your children. Renting gives you none of that. American Financing salary-based mortgage consultants can help you get pre-qualified with no upfront fees. Call American Financing today and get a pre-qualification letter in 24 hours or less. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net. Secure your rate, build your wealth, and get the cash you need. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Saturday.
It's time!
Two electric title fights, one night only. Yuri Prohaska versus Carlos Ulberg.
UFC gold will hang in the balance.
And Joshua Ben versus Tatsuro Taira.
This is an unbelievable card.
Stream every fight free with your Paramount Plus subscription. No more pay-per-view. UFC 327, Saturday at 9. Streaming on Paramount Plus.
Still haven't filed your taxes? You're not alone, but the longer you wait, the harder the IRS can hit back. Penalties, interest, letters, none of it goes away on its own. At Advanced Tax Solutions, resolving IRS problems is all they do. Whether you're a year behind or 10, their licensed tax professionals can step in fast, stop the stress, and help you get back on track. Don't let another day slip by. A quick call could mean a quick resolution. Contact my friends at Advanced Tax Solutions today and take control of your tax situation before the IRS does.
What's up, cousin?
I want a new phone. Have you seen any good deals?
Everyone has free phones, but when I switched to T-Mobile, I got more value and so much more.
Like streaming included.
And travel benefits.
And the best part? The price of your talk, text, and data is guaranteed for 5 years. Get more benefits and more value. At T-Mobile, families save and get a 5-year price guarantee. Switch now at T-Mobile.com. Qualifying plan requires price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. During my football career, I've seen every kind of medical tech there is. I finally stopped ignoring my joint pain, and I want to tell you guys about RegenRx. They have a blueprint to recovery that is next level. From stem cells to shockwave therapy, it's non-surgical, and there's no downtime. Don't just settle for average results with outdated equipment. Go to a clinic that's leading the way. RegenRx offers free consultations, so you need to give them a call today at 303-630-9770 today or visit regenrx.co and let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you. Take back control of your life.
After a devastating car crash, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work. And the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At Berg Simpson Law Firm, you only pay us if we win your case. That means there's no down payment and no upfront costs to get the help you need right now. Give Berg Simpson a call and we'll be with you every step of the way.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
I lost 60 pounds with Soda weight loss a few years ago, and it changed my life. I look and feel 10 years younger. I'm moving better. I got my confidence back. You want your confidence back? Go to the website, SodaDietAndNutrition.com, or call them up, 1-866-800-SODA. And Soda weight loss is incredible because it's knowing how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. It's working with a real nutritionist. It's having a plan in place to lose the weight naturally and change your life. Online, SodaDietNutrition.com or 1-866-800-SODA. Soda weight loss is state of the art.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Michigan with pregame starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
The conversation continued on the RamosLaw.com text line of the Jordan and Jokic conversation.
Yeah.
Which was prompted by Dan Lebitard. And, you know, there's even more context. I want to get to the Broncos draft strategy here, but when we start talking about Jordan's championships and measuring it up against Jokic, you have to also acknowledge the organizational advantage that the Bulls had at the time that the Nuggets have not in terms of building a roster, because they got Scottie Pippen for Jordan. And Jamal has been great, and he's having a career year. But Scottie Pippen's one of the 30 greatest players to ever play the game. And to have a top 30 player to ever play, you could argue top 25, as second fiddle to Mike is just insane. Insane. And so you look at some of these pairings that led to all these championships. And so Bird, he's got 3 championships, and he got to play with like 4 Hall of Famers during the course of his career. Like Magic is entering it into the post to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Right? And there was a trade with Cleveland that went sour, and they ended up, like, the champions, Lakers, ended up with the number 1 overall pick, and it's James Worthy out of North Carolina. So, like, and
context.
And Shaq had Kobe. Shaq then had D. Wade. Kobe had Hall of Famer Pau Gasol. Like, so.
But when at some point, right now that Jamal, he's gonna make All NBA.
Yep.
He's an All-Star. So when does it become pressure on Jokic if they don't get it done this year? It's like, all right, now Jamal is playing that part, playing his role. Now you need to be consistent, but
right.
Like, when does that become a factor for Jokic? It's like, if you can't get it done now, then what?
Well, think about it. You're saying if you can't get it done now. It's the first year of his career right now that he's played with a fellow All-Star. It took till he was in his 30s. Like, that's incredible.
It is crazy.
He's never played with an All-NBA defensive player. He's never played with another All-NBA. We're assuming he is. I think he is, but we haven't even got that news yet. So there's context to all this stuff. All right, so they say there's an old Chinese proverb that the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago, but the second best time is right now. Could that philosophy intersect with the Broncos' draft strategy? Here's what I mean, Phil. You look at this roster, there is not many holes. And I don't even know positionally what draft pick in the second round, 62nd overall, would have the best chance to start. I really don't. Like, the roster's so deep, it's busting at the seams. It's going to be a hard football team to make.
Which is the luxury for that second-round draft pick, man. You get to go in there and just learn. Brew behind one of these really good players and wait for your time to come. And once your time comes, you're going to be more prepared than you were even if they threw you in at the beginning of the year. So, like, that's a luxury for that pick and, honestly, for the Denver Broncos to develop somebody.
Yes, and that's why I make that that analogy of that old Chinese proverb that the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. Second best time's right now. If there's not an avenue for any rookie to start, I think what should come under consideration is drafting the succession plan to Garrett Bowles, who's going to be 34 years old here very quickly. The offensive line, the trenches, it's massively important. Your blindside tackle, a massive deal. He is aging, all right? And I think that because the roster is in such a position of luxury, you can maybe plant that seed right now and have that seed develop into potentially a starting player before you absolutely need it. What do you think?
I'm not going to have a lot of pushback because, I like the offensive line. You know that Garrett Bowles is getting older, so if you can get another left tackle, who, by the way, he's the blind side for Bo Nick, so that's the most important position for you, and you get to develop and don't have to rush a young player, I'm all for it. Now, would that be what I would do in the draft? No. I'm looking at it as this second-round draft pick is going to have to play at some point. And the guy who I want to draft, I know that when I plug him in, he can play and he can be an impact for us right away. And George has done a good job. Marvin Mims, second round, has made some big plays. All right, Nick Bonito, second round, made some huge plays. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I'd rather go for an outside linebacker. You have Alex Singleton and you have Justin Sternad, really good, solid players. But if somebody goes down, which last year both of them him has some type of problems, you're going to need a guy that you can rely on to come in and play right away. So I would go for an outside linebacker because I know at some point somebody will go down. It's football. And I know the guy that I'm drafting in the second round could be an instant starter for me, even though he doesn't have to be, Z. So although it's a great way and a great opportunity for you to go in the second round and pick up an offensive lineman that you can develop, it's Super Bowl or bust this year, and get a guy that you can play right away, outside linebacker, baby. Take that instead.
All right, well, we'll see what they actually do. I just think that this year specifically lines up to do something developmental at a position, at a premium position like left tackle, because, and I'm not trying to, push him out the door here. Like, we love Garrett Bowles. And he
no, man. You're like 34 years old.
I mean, he
ass is old.
I mean, 34 years old in the NFL. I mean, that's pretty old. And Bowles' game, the reason that Bowles was a first rounder once upon a time was his level of athleticism for a guy his size is so unique. And when your game is predicated largely, not only, but largely on athleticism, you might want to start just preparing for the future because it's such a premium position. And your roster is in a position of luxury. I think they should consider it. I think they are considering it. I was reading Matt Miller of ESPN, a piece on what they're hearing about every team's draft pick. He said, quote, with only one pick inside the top 100, the Broncos must be strategic about how they'll fill needs in this draft. One position I've heard could be in play at number 62 is offensive tackle, where Garrett Bowles will turn 34 years old and Mike McGlinchey is 31. So we'll see what they do. Look, they surprised the hell out of us a year ago when they drafted Jahdae Barron.
We got the crystal instead of the blender.
And the crystal stayed in the cupboard
almost
all season.
Collecting dust.
So we'll see what happens. But again, that speaks to the roster.
No, for sure.
And the depth of it. So we'll see what they do here in the next 2 weeks or so. All right, can the Rockies stay hot? We'll tell you what you need to know before first pitch coming up next.
Get ready, Broncos country. This is the event you've been waiting for. Join Peyton Manning, Emmanuel Sanders, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, Aqib Talib, TJ Ward, and Coach Gary Kubiak as they reunite to relive their legendary Super Bowl 50 run. It's Night of Champions, a live, unforgettable show packed with stories, memories, and a behind-the-scenes look at one of the greatest seasons in NFL history. And Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan wants you to be there. Enter now for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets at DenverSports.com/champions. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime night with the heroes of Super Bowl 50.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here on behalf of my friends at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Men, sex, intimacy, love, they're the heartbeat of a great relationship. But when erectile dysfunction shows up, it can take all of that away. It steals enjoyment, weakens intimacy, puts stress on both partners, all right? But ED doesn't have to keep impacting your relationship, all right? When ED harms that connection, guys, Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they can come in and help in a major way. And I'm talking about success rates well over 90%. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, successfully treating tens of thousands of men. Tens of thousands, all right? So you're not that uncommon. ED is actually pretty common, all right? So get your intimacy back. Schedule your consult today. The initial visit is just $99. That includes a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. It's real simple, fellas. If the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's free. All right, so call them. Stop living with ED. 720-440-7900 or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. naturally. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Looking for a way for your hard-earned money to work hard for you? Open a 13-month CD at 3.75% APY from Ent Credit Union, soon to be Wings Credit Union. With a minimum deposit of only $500, a 13-month term, and a guaranteed annual percentage yield of 3.75%, your future self will thank you. But hurry, this special rate is only for a limited time. Get started today at ent.com/CD special. Rate accurate as of March 1st, 2026 and subject to change without notice. Insured by NCUA.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-507-5193. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-507-5193. That's 800-507-5193. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is coach. COACH. Text coach to 303-713-1043 right now. And you could win a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card and qualify for the $1,000 grand prize. That's coach to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Denver Sports 1043 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Final segment here on a Thursday. Can reach out and touch the weekend from here.
It's almost there, man.
Can the Rocks stay hot?
Them rocks is hot.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Try to walk on some hot rocks.
Man, they have been fun.
They have been, man.
That's what I'll just say. They've been fun. I don't know if they're going to win tonight. I actually don't have a great feeling about it. We'll talk about why here in just a second, but I don't think anyone saw 6-6 after 12 games. I don't think anyone saw a sweep of the Astros for the first time since 2012. I mean, goodness, a series win over the Blue Jays. So it's been fun. We're letting ourselves enjoy it. All right. They're playing the Padres tonight. San Diego has a 6-6 record overall. They're 2-4 at home. Historically, they've been good in San Diego. It's too early to look at overall numbers. They've just played 6 games there.
Yeah.
But 2-4 at home, that deserves to be mentioned. And the Rockies, how about this, man? This is nuts. Rockies pitchers have a collective ERA of 3.68, which ranks 8th in the National League. All right, they come into tonight's matchup with a better team batting average than San Diego, a better on-base percentage than San Diego, a better slugging percentage than San Diego. So
statistically, they're better than San Diego.
And we'll see. We'll see. The pitcher on the mound tonight, Randy Vasquez, has been absolute nails. Hasn't given up a homer, all right, in yet this season.
Yep.
He has more strikeouts than hits allowed. He's got 2 starts, and he's been fabulous in both. And a part of the reason, Phil, I say, man, I don't like their chances tonight. I didn't like their chances yesterday, sweeping the Astros, and I was dead wrong. But historically, and especially in that first game, when you're leaving altitude and you've been playing at Coors Field for close to a week or whatever it was, and then you go back to sea level and you're there in San Diego, it's just been historically unkind. And then you couple that with the level of pitching that they're going to see tonight in Randy Vasquez. We'll see how it all shakes out, but I don't feel great about it.
Well, also the Rockies plan to use an opener and then follow with that with Chase Dollander. So, we'll see what happens with that situation there. Rotation has been great. Bullpen has been really, really solid. But it has to stay consistent. So, what does Dollander do tonight? How does it transfer to other things offensively when it comes to the Rockies? What do the Rockies do offensively as well? Are they going to swing at everything that's pitched their way, thrown their way? I mean, these are the questions that I'm going to be asking myself while I'm on that couch. And are they going to be aggressive? Are they going to be uber aggressive with stealing bases, knowing that they're in San Diego? I honestly have a better feeling. I think that tonight will be a night where they go 5 straight because they're going to just ride this momentum. And then after that, maybe fall off. The wheels fall off a little bit, and they lose 2 straight. Let's just say it, something like that. But
give a 3-game prediction, a 3-pack.
Yeah, I'm just feeling it. I've been off on my predictions, but I'm feeling it.
Well, I've never seen a heat check on predictions when you've been.
Here we go.
I'm striking out of my predictions.
What does Tim Hardaway Jr. say?
Yeah.
What does Tim Hardaway Jr. say? He says, shoot your shot.
That's it.
I'm going to keep shooting then, Z.
Well, we'll see. I hope you're right, obviously. I mean, 5 in a row in the first 2 weeks of the season would be, and then getting back over 500.
Yeah.
They're at 500 12 games into the season for the first time since 2022. And they just had a game where they had more walks than strikeouts for the first time in nearly a year. Mickey Moniak, he's got 3 home runs and 5 RBI so far for the Rockies. He has been really fun to watch this week. Moniak is what you like. Moniak.
Show me the money.
Troy Johnson's been another 12 for 35 with 3 doubles and 2 home runs over the past 10 games. It was slow right out of the gate, but he has been really good. And you look at the Padres in the last 10 games. All right, they're 6-4. They're batting .217 as a team. All right. This looks up at the Rockies batting .255 as a team in the last 10. So I'm really looking forward to watching this game tonight. I'll be splitting my time a little bit. The first pitch is not until 7:40. All right, we have the Avs in action hosting the Calgary Flames. All right, so let's give a couple predictions here. Give me the final score on the game tonight, Padres and Rockies.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Let's go 2-1 Rockies.
Okay. I'm going to go.
With sea level and stuff like that, it's not going to go as far.
I'm going to go 7-2 Padres.
It's going to be one of those type of nights, huh?
Dollander's been boom or bust.
Yeah, that is true.
So we'll see what that looks like. And like I said, the righty going tonight for the Padres has been great. Now, it's no promise of what's going to happen tonight, but so we'll see. So I'll go 7-2 Padres. Calgary visiting Ball Arena tonight. Puck drops at 7 o'clock. What do you think?
I think that the Avalanche are tired of playing these games. They only got 5 more games left, 4 after this. I think the Avs put it to them again. I'm going to go 7-1. 7-1 again. You want to know why? Because Nate Dogg knows that he needs these points. He needs those goals. I can see Nate Dogg maybe even having a hat trick, but I'm not going to call that one. I'm going to say I can see. I'm tired of calling my shot and being wrong.
Hellebuck's getting pulled tonight.
What do you got, man?
I'll go 3-2 Avs.
Okay.
And a bit of an overcorrection of the 9-2 score that we saw last Monday night. All right, we'll leave it there for now. We're going to step aside, be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Have a fun day already planned on a Friday. We'll check in with our guy Mike Kliss ahead of the draft, play some trivia. It's going to be a fun day. You guys have a great rest of your night. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Remember when half the city was ready to ship Cam Johnson to the moon because he started slow? Yeah, not Zach by. Zach said chill. Maybe let the guy play basketball first. And now Cam's cooking. And all those early overreactions? Aging like milk. Zach didn't just stay patient. He stayed correct.
Where are the people? Where are the people?
Man, why are you looking at me?
I'll turn my head.
Why are you looking at me?
Where are the people that wanted to run Cam Johnson out of this town 2 months into the season? And OYZB.
No.
Like an owl.
Why are you talking to third person?
Hey, I told everyone to relax, did I not? I said we got a sample size of a career here.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Are you considering GLP-1 injections for weight loss? Before you start, ask yourself this. Are you prepared to spend $3,000 to $5,000 per year and stay on the medication long-term to maintain the results? Many prescription weight loss injections require weekly shots, and when the medication is stopped, weight regain is common. And here's something most people don't realize. Research shows a significant portion of weight loss can come from muscle, which may slow your metabolism and make keeping weight off even harder. At Colorado Fat Loss, they take a different approach. Their doctor-developed program helps men and women lose 20 to 40 pounds in just 60 days safely and naturally. No injections, no synthetic hormones, no long-term dependence. Instead, they use real food to reset your metabolism, control hunger and cravings naturally, and help your body burn fat, not muscle. Right now, you can schedule a free phone consultation to see if the program is right for you. Go to ColoradoFatLoss.com. That's ColoradoFatLoss.com.
Results may vary.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind?
For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve.